The spaceship is in
The
space.
spaceship is in space.
It's also
Like,
kind of out
literally.
of space.
It's, you know...
Hyperspace.
Yeah. Something. We're live!
Yay!
Yay! Today has been a day, y'all.
You don't even know.
It's been a day.
For all
And-
of us, apparently.
I
For
think
all of us,
maybe
for all of
I'm
us
the
who
only
had,
one
like-
that didn't have a weird day. Because Nolan, you're saying your day's been a day, and then
You didn't have a weird day?
no,
Mister, I
we
can't
need to-
get
we
in
need
my
to
own
change
house.
that.
Well, yeah,
You did have a weird day. You
I
got
did-
locked out of your own house.
I did
Right.
get locked out of the house.
Yeah, but that was like the worst part of your day, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
pretty good.
Also, it's a blood sun.
Oh yeah, the smoke is back in Oregon, so the sun is like bright orange and creepy. But anyway, we're playing Clank in space. Woo!
In space!
In space, in space. We have a space nut down
It's
tonight.
Clank in space, in space.
In space. It's designed by Paul Dennen. So this is a standalone game to accompany in the universe of Clank. So it uses the Clank mechanics and like concepts, but it's in space. And the whole story is that there's an evil cyborg emperor dude who has a whole bunch of really awesome space artifacts, and he thinks that he's gotten away with like ruling the universe, but we're gonna swoop in and steal his evil artifacts and try not to get caught by his cyborgness, who is the big baddie in this game.
Yes.
So,
I'm picturing like Zorg from Toy Story.
Kind of. It's
sort of.
Lord Eradicus. Yes.
Okay.
He's actually on the cover of the box, too. The big dude in the background is
Oh,
him.
yeah.
That's why this is actually his head. Like, shaped
Oh.
like his head.
Oh, it is. There we go. So, ooh, hey, chat.
I had questions about that, too.
Space.
Hello, hello.
Okay. So, we are going to, if you've never played Clank before, that's fine. If you don't know how Clank works, that's fine. This game is a little bit more involved than normal Clank, but not by much, really. It just has like more interesting paths, and then the board is modular, so when you set it up, you can do different things with the setup. We are using the recommended setup for the first game, which is what we usually do on these streams. And Tony's going to teach, because Steve and I haven't eaten yet tonight, because Steve got locked out of the house, and thus couldn't prepare food, while I was carpooling with Tony to return to the home. So, we're going to do video magic, where Tony's going to teach, and Nolan's going to run camera, while Steve and I sneak off to the kitchen and eat food.
Nolan's my cameraman. This is
Nolan's your
fantastic.
cameraman.
I've always wanted to be a cameraman.
Okay, Nolan, so you
I've
see...
always wanted to.
You see anything? Okay, so there's us,
Yep.
is like the us cam.
Right.
And then board
Yep.
is the board cam.
Got it.
There you go. And if you
Excellent.
want to get fancy,
Whoa.
there's a board
Picture
plus
in
us.
picture.
Awesome.
Or there's board us plus board.
Got it.
Which, actually, you know what? Let's fix that one.
Okay.
Because I always like it when the board is overlaying where we're
The actual
actually
board.
sitting. That always makes me really happy as a person.
The board overlays the board.
So great.
That's kind
Yeah,
of
there we go.
weird to see the top-down
Board
version of the
section.
board and us. Yes.
well, the fun part is like
I'm
you have
digging
weird
it.
hands. Like, that's the
Whoa.
best part.
Yeah.
You're like, what?
Ah!
What is happening with our arms?
No, that's.
Like,
Let's see if I can line it up. I can't.
Yeah,
Almost.
See,
Okay.
that's what
All
we
right.
do.
So that's gonna be awkward and bizarre for the
That's what
entirety
we.
of the
That's
stream.
what we do here on the One Tar streams. So, I don't know if you two want to
Yeah,
move
we'll
to
shift.
Steve and I's spots.
Yep.
Yeah.
We're gonna go eat. While you guys teach.
So, excellent. I asked you this. Woo. Well then,
You all right?
we are all right. The chair is not.
What happened to the chair? Oh, shiznit!
Yes.
What'd you do? Just butt right in.
Yeah, butt right in apparently.
Okay.
All right.
This IKEA chair lasted 9 years.
All right.
That's like impressive.
Wow. Now I'm really guilty. Okay. So let's do a good job teaching, so I can try to make myself feel a little better. So this is Clank in space, and as Tiffany said, if you don't know how to play Clank, that's fine, because we're going to teach you. After you've seen this, you'll know how to play both Clank in space and Clank, because Clank is actually a little bit easier. There's a little bit fewer rules as far as things go. So the first thing is this is a deck building game with a board. So if you are familiar with deck building games, it works the same way. You start out with a very small deck. You will add cards to your deck over the course of the game. There will be shuffling. So you'll start with a deck of 10 cards. You'll have a hand of 5. And Unlike other deck building games, you are required in Clank to play all of the cards in your hand. You have to play them all. The reason why is because there are cards that are negative, and we'll get into what those are in just a second. But first, we're going to go ahead and cover the 3 currencies of Clank. So, the 3 currencies of Clank are, the first one is skill, which, if you guys can see, is the blue diamond up here, where my finger's pointing. That is what you use to purchase additional cards for your deck. So the blue diamond on all cards is basically your currency for buying cards.
Switch to board count.
Yes, we did.
Oh no, well, so do you hold it up?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
oh, you guys got it.
No, we're good, we're good.
Alright, cool.
So that's skill. Skill lets you buy other cards. That's what skill is for. The next one is, I'm actually going to have to borrow a card because none of the starter cards have it.
Oops.
And that is
Boom.
attack. These little red swords. So both in Clank and Clank in Space, they are swords. You could say that they're laser swords in Clank in Space if you want. But that's attack. So attack is used to fight monsters. So monsters, like this goblin, who is always in the game, has this little red banner. You will use the swords to defeat him. How you defeat him is down here in his bottom corner. So you need that many swords to defeat this guy. And then you'll get whatever it says on the card when you defeat him. The goblin can be defeated as many times as you want. So there's always something to use your swords on in the game, even if nothing in the main row requires swords to defeat. The final currency in the game, and the one that makes it a board game, is move. Which, move, you will see, are these little boots here, the yellow boot symbol there. Boots let you move around on the board. Moving around on the board is what you're going to want to do, because all of the tasty goodies that Lord Eradicus has on the ship are on the far end of the ship here from where we start over here. So these are all the little player pawns. Each player has their own unique wooden meeple, and they are completely unique in this game. The ones in Clank are unique in that they have different weapons. These ones are completely different sculpts, like the heads and everything are totally different. But whenever you play a card that has a boot on it, your little token will get to move. So you'll see all these lines on the board here. Those are the pathways that you can move along. Some of them will have additional requirements for moving. So you may see some that have these feet symbols here. The feet require 2 movement to go across. Some of them will have little robot heads, little robot-looking head guys. That's a monster. You can move across that and take a damage unless you have an extra sword handy. If you have a sword, you can cross over it without taking any damage. You're always allowed to cross over it and just take the damage unless that damage would kill you, in which case, obviously, you can't go across those paths. The next symbol that you'll see on the pathways are these little padlocks. Padlocks are completely impassable unless you buy a pass key, and we'll get into pass key and other items here in just a minute. But understand that without a key, you can't go over any of the padlocked spaces, or any of the padlocked pathways. None of the pathways, well, actually, some of the pathways will have arrows on them. You may only move through those pathways in that direction. So the direction of the arrows indicates which way you can go. Once you've gone that direction, you can't go back across them the opposite way. There are a couple of other things that will restrict your movement. All of the rooms with this red hashing on them are security rooms. Once you move into a security room, you will lose all of the boots that you have for the rest of the round. So regardless of how many you walked in there with, you don't have any more. You can use things like the ability to teleport to get out of there, but you don't regain your boots should you leave the room. You just get the benefit of leaving the room. Teleporting is something that can happen through card effects. There's also teleporters on the board, which are these little whirlpool things. You can move through those spaces like normal. They don't do anything unless you happen to have a teleporter card, which is another item card, or another item that you can purchase in the market. When you teleport, you can teleport from any of these pads to any of the other pads on the ship. The one exception being you cannot teleport into the command module unless you've already gotten the passcode. All of the others you can treat as though they're adjacent and travel from one to another. However, once you teleport, you're dizzy, you're a little sick to your stomach, you can't continue moving from there. You just basically move a big distance across the ship and that's it.
Like teleporting in real life.
Yes. How many times have you teleported in real life?
Like every day.
Every day? Okay. I've telecommuted, but I've never teleported. So the next thing, movement-wise, is this right here is the hyperlift. The hyperlift travels through the center of the ship. All of those spaces are considered adjacent to each other, so you can move from any of them to any other. But much like the teleporters, because it takes a little bit of time, you can't continue moving after you've moved. Also, this section here requires both a key and the passcode for the command module to get into this room. So note that there are some additional restrictions. A lot of the spaces on the board will have things written on them. The most common that you will see are things like this, which is credits. That little symbol is credits. Those are victory points at the end of the game. They're also what you use as money to buy things out of the market. Which brings us to the market. So all of the yellow tinted spaces, which have M's, W's, 3's, or E's, depending upon your personal perspective.
Or euros.
Yes. They're the market spaces. So when you're in one of those spaces, you may buy items from the market, which is this little separate board up here that can be moved around. There are 2 of each item in a 4-player game. And all 4 items are beneficial. They're all worth victory points, which is good because you're spending 7 victory points to get them. However, most of them are a drop in victory points for some useful benefit. So the first one is the med kit. It heals you 2 hit points, and it can only be used once. You can only purchase 1, but it's 5 points at the end of the game. The next one is the key pass, the key, which lets you walk across the padlock pathways. It's also 5 points at the end of the game. The next one's the teleporter card, same thing. It's 5 points at the end of the game, lets you use the teleporters, as I've already described. The last one is contraband, and contraband is worth 10 points at the end of the game, so it's a gain of 3 points. But it also interacts with a lot of cards. Some of the cards will use contraband and gain extra benefits. Speaking of gaining extra benefits on the cards, some of the spaces have these little power crystals on them. Whenever you enter one of those, you will gain one of these little plastic power crystal pieces right here. They're little molded plastic crystals. And those can also be used to power card effects. A lot of the technology-type cards in the game will get better if you have power crystals to soup them up. Some of the spaces have hearts. You'll heal hit points when you enter those. Some of the spaces have tokens on them. And there are 2 types of tokens, minor secrets and major secrets. When you enter a room that has a major secret or a minor secret, you'll flip it over. And then you'll get whatever it is that's on them. They're always good. Sometimes they are also bad. So you'll always get a benefit. The one that's the most common is also bad, or basically Lord Eradicus's journal entries. They're 3 victory points at the end of the game, but they make him angry when you read them. So he'll move up his little track of rage over here. So
amazing.
It's always good, but sometimes they can also have a slightly negative effect attached to them. Obviously, when you enter the room, you'll only take the top token if there are 2. If there's only 1, you just take the 1. So, the other thing to cover on the board, and the most important thing on the board, are these little hex-shaped tokens here, which are the artifacts. These are the things we're coming onto the ship to steal. These are the primary source of victory points. You cannot win unless you have an artifact, and you must have an artifact to leave the ship. So you can't you can't consider your mission complete unless you've gotten an artifact. Your score is effectively 0. So you need to get to this section of the ship, the command module, and acquire one of these artifacts. They're all worth a certain number of victory points. Also, whenever you steal his stuff, he gets more angry, as you can imagine, which will move him up the rage track. They're worth different amounts of points based on how difficult they are to get to. The harder they are to get to, or the further into the command module they are, the more points they're worth. You can only carry one, so choose wisely. If you choose to pick up the little Game Boy here for 5 victory points, then that's what you've got. Hope you either get out and nobody else does, or that you get additional victory points from somewhere else along the way. So, the command module, however, has this little icon here, which I can actually hold up one of these tokens here. This little guy walking through a force field. And the difference between, one of the major differences between this and standard Clank is that you can't enter the command module until you have the password to get in there. You can't enter it in any way. You can't teleport in, you can't walk across the pathways. You have to have one of these tokens saying that you have the passcode. So how do you get a passcode?
Right.
Well, the way you get a passcode is all of these little green monitors, which are on the board. When you enter a room that has one of those little green monitors, you can take one of your little translucent cubes, and you can place it on that to gain the effect or penalty. So the ones that look like explosions, those are Clank. There's some that will give you victory points, some that will heal you. They all have little benefits scattered around. The catch is that when you place your first one out there, that's great. Your first one's out on the board. But you still can't get through. You have to place your second one on the board in order to get through. However, your second one has to be placed in a different module than your first one. So if you put one inside of the hydroponics section here, your next one will have to be in the Doomsday Cannon or the Med Lab instead. So you can't have them both in the same area. Once you have them both on the board, he'll get angry, and you will gain one of these tokens, which then allows you to pass through any of the force field walls, which will give you access to the artifacts. So until you have both halves of the passcode, you can't access the command module. So that's one of the first things that we will all be trying to do.
And those are the only 3 modules?
Yes. Each one can only be claimed once, so once one of these has a cube on it, nobody else can access that same terminal. They have to go to a different one. So there will be a bit of a race to acquire those. Let's see. The last thing is getting out. So, all of us want to get out of the ship. There are 3 ways that our trip can end. So one way is we can die. That's the worst way. We want to try to avoid that. We can run out of hit points. The second way is that we can recover an artifact and make it back to the cargo bay, which has slight blue tinge to it. If we make it back into the cargo bay, everything that we've grabbed up to this point will score as victory points. The assumption is that if we make it to the cargo bay, our friends will drag our bleeding carcass into a ship and get us out of there.
Our friends.
Yes, so we'll at least get our points. The final way, and the best way, is to actually make it back to one of these 4 escape pods. In the original Clank, there's only one entrance and one exit, and they're co-located with each other. In Clank in Space, there are 4 escape pods. Once an escape pod is gone, it's gone. So if you're racing one of your opponents to an escape pod and they get there first, you need to find a different route off the ship now. Best head to one of the other escape pods. So, if you manage to make it off through an escape pod, you'll get an additional 20 points at the end of the game, on top of the points for your artifact. There's a couple of other things to go over, one of which is Clank. So I mentioned that some of your cards are negative. You will actually start with 2 cards in your deck that are stumble cards, these guys right here. And you'll say, +1 Clank. Okay? Whenever you acquire Clank, you'll take one of your personal cubes and you'll place it in this area right here on the board, the Clank zone. So that'll hang out there until a card, let's see if I can cut to one. Nope. Not that cool. One of the cards that has Lord Erraticus's face on it here will cause him to attack. when he attacks, all of the cubes from the Clank zone will get scooped up and placed into the bag. There are some neutral cubes in here already that are black in color. But any player cubes will be scooped up, placed into the bag, and then you'll draw a number of cubes equal to the number of cubes on the track. There are a few things that modify that, and we'll cover them if they come up during the game, but for the most part, you'll draw whatever it says on the track to draw. Anything that is black, one of the neutral cubes, will just stay out of the bag for good. It will never get better than it is right now. All of the player cubes that are drawn out will actually go up here on our health trackers, and they will fill in our health tracker over time, and if the health tracker ever reaches the skull, we die. So, if you're about to hit the skull, you best hope you're near enough to the cargo bay to at least get there to score points. So, as you cycle through your deck, your stumble cards and other cards that generate Clank will continually come up and keep generating Clank. And you will continue throwing cubes in the bag. There are several things that will make him angry. As he gets angry, he'll move up this track, which will have him draw additional cubes. There are also some extra items here at the very top of this track that will come into play near the end of the game. So, if he reaches this space, this red cube will be added to the Clank zone. That's a bounty hunter. So the bounty hunter will be scooped up and added to the bag just like all of our player cubes. If the bounty hunter is drawn, all of us take a damage.
Nice.
And then it goes back into the Clank zone to be re-added the next time it's drawn. So unlike the neutral cubes, the bounty hunters never give up. And there are up to 4 of those. The last thing here on his track is a barricade that will actually block off the section of the hyperlift that is in the cargo bay, making it harder for us to get to the cargo bay. It'll break adjacency, so you can't even teleport through it. There's no way to get past that other than to go around once that's on the board. Once anybody escapes on their turn, we'll put all of the Clank from the Clank zone into the bag automatically and draw 4 cubes, regardless of what the thing says, and that will be their turns for the rest of the game. So, as everybody escapes, everybody else's life gets much harder.
Because on their turn, they'll be drawing Clank.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah. Last thing, cards also have victory points, which are in the top corner. And one of the differences between this version and regular Clank is that some of the cards are factioned. So this card here is orange factioned. This one's also orange factioned. And then we have 2 cards that have text on the bottom that is green factioned. So if you've played a card that matches that faction on your round, whether before or after you play this card, you'll get whatever's in the box. So that's basically how that works. So these orange guys will typically will power up anybody that has an orange box. These guys here will each require a green faction card to activate that. You'll still get everything else that isn't in the box, so like this guy will still let you draw a card. This one will still give you the move and the skill, but you won't gain the additional stuff that's in the green box when you use them. And you'll buy X number of cards, as many as you want on your turn. It'll refill at the end. If any of Lord Erraticus's heads show up, he'll attack, and we'll just kind of keep doing that until we either all die or we all get out, or some mix of those.
Or the deck runs out.
Yes, or the deck runs out.
Is
The deck
defeat
runs
when
out.
you defeat the enemy?
Yes,
Okay.
when you defeat the enemy, you get that reward. The cost for defeating him is the swords there. The cost for these cards is in the bottom corner, and you pay for it using the diamonds, the skill currency.
Sweet. All right. Magic, we're back. Thank you, Tony. All right. And you covered that you always must play all the cards
Yes,
in your
you
hand.
must play all
Yeah.
the cards in your hand, and you'll have 5. There are things that can change that, and there's not a lot of culling in this game, so do not expect that your deck will be getting much thinner than it starts.
So there was at least enough in Clank when I played with Tiffany to notice that she called a lot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In original Clank.
There's less
Jer-
of this. Oh, good.
Jeremiah asked in the chat, where do you get the passcodes? There are 3 modules in the game, and you have to access one of the command units. You have to access 2 command units in different modules. So if I've accessed one here, I have to access like a different one in another place. So
yeah, the board is actually modular, so each of these is a separate piece. There are 3 of them that make up the central board, and you have to have your data cube in 2 different ones in order for it to work.
Do you guys mind shifting the market down a little, just a little
Yeah.
bit?
No, you cannot have market. No,
That's fine. I will play with just the basic cards and still beat you guys.
That would be impressive.
How is that? Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
It's as long as it works for Tony too.
So when you
it's
say
all
it's
good.
modular, does that mean you could set up those 3 modules in a different spot?
Yes,
And
and you can
double-sided.
flip them over. They're all
Yeah.
double-sided as well. So there are technically 6 different modules. You use 3 every time you play.
I'm a little concerned. We have an Eden in the chat, and there's a Killer of Eden. I'm a little worried. Eden, are you okay? No. Also, Killer of Eden says Nolan is dreamy, and I only have male friends
Oh.
that make her weak in the knees. Well, this one's mine. This one's claimed. He has to speak for himself. I don't.
Also claimed. But thank you.
I will agree with the dreamy part, but yeah.
I do have female friends, and actually Sarah Sharp was supposed to be tonight's guest, not Nolan, but she's got some chronic back stuff and it flared up tonight, so she didn't want to sit in a car and then sit and play a game, and I was like, dude, I don't blame you at all. So Nolan graciously filled in because it's his last night in Portland.
For now.
And had nothing better to do, I think. Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
you did have better things,
definitely,
probably.
Nope, I really... No.
His last night in Portland for now.
For
now, yes.
We're
We're working hard on convincing Nolan to be a regular guest on the stream.
Would be pretty awesome.
Yes, it would be very awesome. Hi. What's up?
The Android assistant is reminiscent of a Meeseek.
Oh, all
Yeah,
of
I
the
think pretty much.
all
They're
of the
all
cards will
references.
reference things. For
Yeah.
example, the primary move card from the market is Boldly Go in this, and the attack card is a phaser.
My wife pointed out 3 of you have the same haircut. Not true. Nolan and I have the same haircut, probably.
Yeah, I do not.
Or
Steve does not.
I do not go as short on the side.
Yeah, he doesn't buzz.
Yeah.
And he trims
And-
the top more.
And I obviously don't buzz at all.
I mean, we could change. I have clippers. We could change this.
You can still keep the length and get an undercut under it.
I've thought about it with as hot as this summer was,
Oh
but
god, this summer was.
We should definitely braid Tony's hair on stream, though.
I mean, I will.
I would be up for that.
I will.
I like having my hair braided.
Was there a
I'm just
difference
not gonna-
between the green things?
They each give different
They do
benefits or
different
penalties
things.
when you put your cube
Tony's
there.
going first.
That works out. So I read that the sneakiest person is supposed to go first in Clank,
Yes.
which, I mean, makes sense that we have the bearded rogue here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Add Nolan as a patron goal. Done. Done.
All right, you DM me later.
Oh, the one thing we have to do is now that we've determined player
That's
order,
netters.
I actually have to put 3 Clank in because I'm going
Hi,
first. Tiffany will add 2.
'Cause I go
Steve will add
second.
1.
And Nolan is
And Nolan doesn't have to add any right now because he's going last.
I had one.
1,
Yes.
yes.
Okay,
And now we can start.
we can.
So, as I said, we have to play our entire hand. So I have both of my stumbles in my start hand, which means I will add 2 Clank to the Clank zone. And then I have a Scramble and 2 hacks. So Scramble gives me 1 skill and a move, and then the hacks each give me 1 skill. So I have 3 skill and 1 move. So the 1 move is really easy. We'll just shift to the only room I'm allowed to move to.
Yep.
And then with 3 skill, I am going to...
Oh, the sculpts are amazing. I'm just looking at them.
I'm
They're
going
good.
to take
They're
a
not
Boldly
bad.
Go, if you
That's-
could pass me a Boldly Go. Thank you. And then, like every other deck builder on the planet, all of the cards that I played and anything I acquired will go into my discard pile. And I'll draw 5 new cards, which conveniently is the rest of my deck.
Whoa, what is this new mechanic that you were talking of?
Alright.
I've played deck builders
I'm
where
doing a stumble.
your deck is 8 cards and like you draw 5.
I have an access and then 3 hacks. So I'm going to purchase an Android assistant.
Mm-hmm.
And then... Oh, there's a space pirate now. So when he arrives, 3 black cubes go in the bag. That sucks because there's none out yet. And then I also will move to the run 1 room.
He also has the danger icon that I mentioned, so if we make the boss attack us during this, while he's on the board and unpurchased, then we'll draw an additional cube beyond what's on the rage track.
So the space pirate, we need attack to get him?
No. He costs 3 skill.
Oh,
What
okay.
do I do here?
He
'Cause
gives you
the
attack.
market's somewhat useful for you all to see, I think. Potentially. We'll just make sure to really describe our cards when we play them. I think that makes more sense. Coolies.
Oh, I guess we're saying you can cover
Oh.
up the Clank. You can
Yes,
cover up the
it's
Clank
time.
zone, but
It's time for the no, Clank is super important. What are you drinking? Nolan,
Ooh,
what are you drinking?
I am drinking a can of Stumptown Cold Brew Nitro, which it is not infused with. Well, it is. It has nitro, some sort of some sort of way of making it
Nitrogen carbonation.
nitrogen
is what it
carbonate.
is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It's very smooth.
Not nitrous oxide, right? Or is it nitrous oxide? I don't know science things. I'm an artist.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know science thing. Wow.
Oh my god.
Oh, thanks, Netters. I miss Vlogust sometimes. Doing a video a day is both tiring and really cool.
I'm drinking.
So I do miss it sometimes.
I'm drinking lime LaCroix.
I'm drinking pamplemousse liqueur.
Yep.
And I have Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, and I'm not sponsored by them, but I should be.
We're not sponsored by liqueur. I just want to point that out.
Maybe
People
that should be a
ask
We're
Patreon.
liqueur.
actually sponsored by Nolan, who
Yeah.
actually
Oh,
sponsored
wow.
these lime liqueur.
The lime one. I'm not sponsored by anybody.
I stumbled, by the way, so
Okay.
my Clank goes here.
Yes.
I should reach out and
And
see if
I have
Stumptown
four
will
hands.
sponsor us.
4
I
skill.
was gonna say that.
What would you like to
I
buy?
have to get a space pirate.
You want a space
I've
pirate?
never known anything more certainly in my life.
Space pirates are pretty darn good. All right, that's the end of your
That
turn.
was the end of my turn.
So we will refill at the end of the turn rather than immediately, and there's no attacks. No Lord Eradicus head. So just the exterminator.
It absolutely will not stop ever until you are safe.
Killer Eden wants to see the other setup with the disembodied heads or hands, which it's you don't see as much as the board. That's why I don't really like this one.
Really.
And
Alright.
Steve, did you have any move on your turn? No, yours was
I
all
just had
buy.
4 hack.
So I got that wonderful 3-2. So
Alright,
I'm
there we go.
I am I've got
Alright.
2 stumble, 3 skill from the 3 hacks. So I've got to add 2 clank to the clank
Ooh,
board.
Crimea River is someone who has 5 Clank out there right now.
Yeah. And then I'm gonna buy a Boldly Go.
It's
Alright.
Steve Hulu.
All right.
We got a good chat tonight.
So we made it
Because Nolan's
all the way around the
here.
table.
And Tony.
And
Most
Clank
of
in
it.
space.
Please.
It's Clank in
Thank you,
space,
Tony,
yeah.
for
All the
giving
way
us
around the
Clank in
table,
space.
so...
I think the Patreon level meant like you live in Portland.
Oh,
My
oh,
Patreon.
not
Not like they get you.
Yes. No, they're not trying to acquire Nolan, although I could understand why they would be trying to
They're
do such a thing.
sponsoring
That's
his guestness.
Alright, so I have 1 move. I'm going to move 1 more space. And then I have 4 buy, which I will use to acquire...
Steve is not cheating yet.
What?
Could I have a pair of phasers, please?
You could have a pair of phasers.
Yes, 2.
absolutely.
1 for each hand. I dual wield on the rogue.
Mm.
And that's the end of my turn.
The memory core is just 5 points,
Yes, it's just points at the end of the game.
and mixing up your deck.
Okay.
And that's me.
Why is there 1 goblin enemy?
Sweet. I'm gonna do.
We can
I have
beat
a
him as many times as we want.
I have a stumble, and then I have 4 hacks plus a movement. So I'm gonna move 1, following Tony, and then I also am gonna take an android one away, and I am done.
All right.
Actually, I feel like. Yeah, I'll use the android runner.
All right. Flip 1 out. No attacks. So far, so good.
Now I have to shuffle. Shuffle.
All
One
right.
thing that may not come up, but you can also get.
Acquiring Nolan is
You
not.
can also you can also get rid of Clank, but you can only get rid of it from the Clank zone. Once it's in the bag forever. So.
Yeah.
So the -2 Clank is...
From that zone specifically.
And is it yours?
Yes,
It's -2?
specifically your Clank.
I put an extra Clank in because I stumbled again. Great. Hack 2 and a scramble for 3 skill, and then access and scramble for 2 moves. So I am going to join y'all
Everybody in that room.
up there.
Differences
And
between
then-
purple and blue. Yeah, potentially. You could see the purple has like a whiter head.
He has horns.
Yeah, which,
Effectively.
well, but from your guys' perspective, it's,
Yeah.
it's just, he's got a larger head.
I'm
Yep.
going to get the space.
We could also do that.
Space
Lay him
scum.
down.
My guy's
Space
just keep
scum.
growing the whole
He's,
time.
he's napping.
He's crawling through the ship.
He's ready for the Patreon.
low crawling through the ship.
Wait, what?
I will refill that, and then it is yours.
My
All right.
Patreon's gonna be flagged. Okay.
You're just creating art. Don't
I was
worry.
gonna say,
about
it's
it.
not
just
the,
art.
So I've got.
I'm not even gonna say that.
I've got
Yeah.
2 move and 4 skill, so I'm gonna army crawl my way over here.
I would
With
say
everybody else?
I would say Sarah and Levi wouldn't be this bad, but they would.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
But, yeah. Our Horizon stream has already gotten comments about how not helpful the stream that was.
Yeah, we
But it
will
was fun.
It's
we
my
will-
fault.
we will try to describe
It's
the
not your
things we are
fault.
doing.
It is definitely my fault, I feel.
Well,
Battle School
Battle
Genius.
School Genius.
yes, Ender from Ender's Game.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's amazing.
Oh yeah, there's so many references in this. It's ridiculous. Almost every card is a reference.
So,
Which
It's
We're
I
gonna
think
go-
is half the reason I'm going to enjoy it.
Oh
With
yeah.
the Battle School Genius.
didn't even realize there was a white people until now. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I
We
can't
tweak
help
the
that.
white
You're done?
balance, maybe, or
All right.
would that help?
Still no attacks. We've
It's
gotten
just
very
there's
lucky
white
here.
on the
No
board.
attacking from Lord Erraticus yet. All right. So I have 3 hacks, a phaser, and an access, which means that I have 2 attack, 1 move, and 4 skill. So for my 2 attack, I'm going to go ahead and defeat the security officer on the end. He'll just go to a
Nice.
discard pile.
Boosh.
But
I will remove 2 Clank from that zone,
nice.
which makes me much happier because I had the most Clank in that zone. Then, with my 4 buy, 4 is not
Okay.
great.
I did some things to the camera.
So I'm going to go ahead and spend 3 to buy this Renegade Hacker.
Oh wait, we didn't restock from him, did we?
Yeah.
No, you did.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to
Sorry, I was doing
get
camera.
this Renegade Hacker, and then my 1 skill will go to waste. And then my 1 move,
Not. But I
um,
can do this.
my 1 move will take me here.
I can do that. That's the best I can do. The title is actually like built into the overlay.
So that's all of that, and then I will draw my new 5 cards. And we will go ahead and refill. No attacks. No attacks. So far, so good, guys. I don't know what's going on. Normally, he's much more attack happy.
He's fine. He's
He'll
fine.
get much
I
more
am
attack happy
drawing
later
a
in the
card.
game, which will be really fun.
Oh no. Yes, I'm drawing a card, and then is this a faction? The green thing. We just haven't seen it yet.
Yes,
Okay.
the faction would be up in the top corner. Green,
Yeah,
so.
we just haven't seen it.
Nope.
Great. Not that I'm interested in that faction. Don't worry about it. So I played my Android Assistant, which let me draw a card, and then I'm going to play my Android Runaway, plus 3 hacks, so I have a buy of 5. I also have an additional stumble, or not stumble,
Additional move.
additional move, and I have 2 move total. So I have 2 move and 5 buy. So I'm just gonna. When you hop on the hover track, does it make you dizzy there? It's when you hop off.
It's when you move from one space on the hover track to another.
So I could be like 1.
And then move to any other space on the hover track except this one.
Okay. So I could go boom.
Yes.
And now I'm dizzy.
Now you're dizzy.
Okay.
Correct.
That's fine.
And that's your move stops.
That's fine. I can be dizzy.
Oh, nice. So you don't have to do it in order?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. All of them are considered adjacent to each other.
Cool.
It's just you don't get any additional move after you.
Oh, okay,
Do it.
gotcha.
Oh, and the arrows are where
Yeah,
you stop.
You're
so.
basically traveling on a monorail.
Yeah.
Effectively. In the middle of a
Sweet.
ship. It's cool.
Cool. All right. I have a buy of 5. So I'm going to go ahead and buy an Android Assistant and a Crystal Runner.
Whew. She really gets
Oh.
attacks. Ooh.
Ooh.
A Jidu Infiltrator and the Collector.
that
So we got Farscape.
isn't that from
Is it
Hitchhiker's
Oh, yeah,
Galaxy?
Yeah.
I think he's actually from Farscape, but I could be wrong. I think he's Rigel from Farscape.
Yeah, I don't know Farscape.
And then the Jidu Infiltrator, which may or may not be compromising Disney copyright.
The
Yes.
infiltrator is currently
And
shut
the
down.
infiltrator is purple faction. The top corner there is purple.
Hey,
They
these-
also trigger off of purple.
These aren't the thieves I'm looking for.
No.
No copyright.
No copyright whatsoever.
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is.
My space pirate.
The
is-
white piece is right here. Maybe we can give him a hat.
Yeah, I would say we could give him a.
So Micah gets a hat.
Well,
Just
what about-
use Ray.
How do you feel about being a stormtrooper?
I am okay with being a stormtrooper.
You could have a lightsaber.
I can be Finn.
We don't have a fin.
No. The stormtrooper's fine. I can be.
Oh,
I can
okay.
be the rebel stormtrooper
that works.
instead of Marvin from
Uh,
Hitchhiker.
Is this more visible?
He won't stand. It's,
He'll be fine.
I think the gun is what's compromising
Look,
his ability to
He's
stand.
standing fine.
For now.
Is he more visible now? A little bit. His gun.
I was gonna say, I think the gun is what's
No,
compromising
take his hat.
because the gun fits a little bit.
No,
There
I
you
mean,
go.
he was standing fine.
Now he
I
stands.
he's also just is not great to see. I'm gonna put his gun out. Don't worry about that. Here, we'll put he's like raising his laser staff, and his gun's out a little bit.
I'm considerably
Is that
more.
a non-copyrighted
I was
fronting
gonna say,
laser staff?
I'm considerably more armed than I was a few minutes ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
I'm gonna stumble again for +1
Uh,
Clank, but my space pirate is gonna do a whole bunch of hacking, so I'm gonna have a buy of 5, and I think that means getting this information broker. With an extra buy of 1, I can do nothing, but I can attack the goblin.
Yes, which will get you a victory point, which are these little credits here.
It's good enough.
So
So that's to me.
Excellent. Well, I am being all sorts of noisy and stumbling around, and then
we need to
also
refill before.
Yep, that's true.
Sorry, I forgot.
Nope, no attacks, but we did get the feline, the Voltron analog.
my battle school genius is also being super noisy, so I've got to add 3 Clank
Wow.
Oh.
to the
Well, he's a kid. He doesn't know any better.
right. Yeah, that's fair. And then I've also got 2 move and 6 skill total. So I'm going to head this way because in order to cross this, I have to have 2 move.
Yep.
So I'm just going to go ahead and take that opportunity, and then I also get a secret, right?
Yes,
So,
you get that token, so go ahead and flip it over.
awesome.
And what does it do?
I got 2 credits.
You get 2 credits. Yep. So you can keep that until the end of the game as 2 victory points, or you
Awesome.
can spend it as credits.
Awesome. Okay. Okay. So now I've got 2 skill or 6 skill that I need to use. What is this? This is the Jiddu infiltrator.
He's 2 move in and of
Ooh,
himself.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That is pretty good. Man, I was like eyeing the exterminator, but like this seems really good.
Yeah.
And I've got the 6 to do it. I guess I should just maximize it. So.
And he triggers other purples.
That's true. We'll do that. All right.
Cool.
Go
Yep.
with the.
You good?
Yeah.
All right. Still no attacks. Oh, there's a purple, by the way.
Oh hey. Nobody buy that.
The Underworld Con.
Oh,
he doesn't.
really?
I'd buy that for a credit.
Well, he's 2 skill and a move, but if you play him with another purple, he's also a victory point.
Right.
So he's already a boldly go that can get you victory points. All right.
For the same price.
For the same price, yes. So let's see here. So I have a stumble. Unfortunately, I'm back on the Clank train. Then I have a boldly go, 2 hacks, and a phaser. So my phaser is
Hey, Kabuki.
my phaser is going to go ahead and kill the goblin for a victory point. Kill is so harsh, but it just seems like the right thing to do. Then I'm going to go ahead and spend my 5 buy.
If you have a crystal, you can.
Yeah. I'm going to spend my 5 buy to acquire an exterminator. I'm gonna take Nolan's
Cool.
exterminator plan, and then I have to move 1, which will move me into that room, and I will get a secret.
And you get to choose one of these 2?
Just the top one.
Oh.
I take whatever the top one is.
Good job.
And it's a security room, so I can't move anymore. Luckily, I didn't need to. And I got a speed boost, so I can use it on my later turn to gain an additional move.
Sweet. Refilling. Oh, we have one.
Our first attack. So, all of the Clank that's in the Clank zone will be scooped up and put into the bag.
Put them in the bag.
Wait, it's our first attack? How do we know that?
The head.
There's a little head here.
Oh,
we
you-
should
oh,
have
yeah,
put
we
them
should
back
have
there.
checked it.
We missed one.
Oh man.
We did. I was so focused on the art.
Yes, we missed one.
I
So,
would not notice that.
so now we're gonna get attacked, and it's 2. We haven't done anything to anger him yet. So,
Except for B here.
yes, we're on his ship. That kind of makes him angry, which is why he's going to attack us now. So, So, blue
Steve.
takes a damage, Steve will take a damage on the damage track, the black
Oosh.
cube will just stay out of the bag.
Yep.
We're good.
Coolies. Alright, my turn.
We missed that
I
collector.
stumble a little bit. And then I can move. I scramble, so I get a move and a experience, and then I have 4 additional with my hacks. So I'm actually going to buy the collector.
Hacks.
Haxor. Acquire. You may buy from the market this turn. But I have no credits to buy from the market,
Oh, nice.
so doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
But I will move 1 into a market space anyway. Just to remind myself I have no credits.
Speaking of stumbling,
Oh, no, just another underworld contact.
I'm going to stumble, and then with my 5 buy, I'm going to buy this Imprisoned Resistor,
Which has an acquire effect, which means when you get him, you put 2 Clank in there.
which is not great.
But
However,
he is really good.
unless you draw a card. But my Space Skunk, if there's a prisoner in my play area or discard pile, 3 victory points.
Yes.
Does that...
Yes, it will happen now because he goes immediately to your discard pile.
Right,
So, and that's also worth 4 victory points at the end.
Yes, he's worth a lot of points. Rescuing prisoners typically comes with negative acquire effects, but good other things. You're breaking people out of prison, so obviously it raises the alerts.
Yeah.
and then with my last buy, I will do nothing because nothing costs a
But
buy.
prisoners are usually pretty good.
I mean, who doesn't want prisoners?
Exactly.
Ooh,
The
the
iPod.
iPod!
So the arrive, all players get 1 Clank because he just showed up.
There
Not
we go.
looking good for me.
And if you defeat him, you'll get 2 victory points and a Clank. So defeating him makes noise. He blows up, I guess.
Yep.
That or he plays some really random
Right.
tunes.
Ooh, this year's model is 20% smaller, 40% louder, and available in Evil Starship Grey.
And it still does not have a headphone jack.
That's like the stupidest thing. Okay, anyway.
I am going super hack mode. I have
Oh, what does that mean?
5 hack.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, what does
That's
that
the
mean?
arrive. That means it has
has
an
an
arrive
Oh,
effect.
okay.
So I've got 5 skill. That's it. I'm just
You gonna
Hacking.
exterminate some stuff?
hacking the crap out of this.
Buying some underworld contacts?
I think I'm gonna get an underworld contact like that. That
He's
seems-
only 3. You could get him and a feline, or you could get him and a phaser.
So are we sure that they don't trigger themselves, right?
No.
Correct. They
Okay,
do
so
not.
I
It has to-
need to start picking them up to
You
generate.
pick a faction,
Yeah,
basically.
yep.
Did you also want a feline at the same time? Discard a card to draw a card?
Yeah. I'll definitely take a feline. That seems great.
Yeah,
No
because
Noltron,
you
that's
can
insane.
discard
Discard
your
your
stumbles
stumbles, yeah.
before they take effect.
There's a Noltron.
We have
Defender of the
an
Universe.
attack.
We have an attack.
A Dark
The
G-Dude.
Dark G-Do. That's totally not Darth Maul.
Watch out for the clumsy random laser sword.
Yes, it's 4. 4
Amazing.
blades.
Yeah.
It's double Darth
gonna,
Maul.
I'm gonna
Right.
get damage for sure.
Double Darth Maul.
We also have a door hack that if you trash any cards this turn, +2 movement.
Yeah.
Nice.
But you have to have a thing that lets you trash, right?
Yes.
Ah.
Like the Renegade Hacker I picked up, for example.
Yeah, Tony got a Meeple upgrade. We were having too much trouble saying white, so he got a Stormtrooper.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, we're doing 2, 1, 2.
2 neutrals. Nobody takes damage.
Steve's gonna get punched in the face a lot later.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
We
Turn.
all will. Me turn. Okay.
You're right there, doggo? Whichever one that was?
So I have
That was Ichi.
2 phasers. And this is actually really good for me because of where I'm positioned. I'm going to use the Renegade Hacker and get rid of, I'm going to actually trash a program in my play area or discard pile, so this hack will go away. Permanently.
Oh, it's Ed!
Yes.
Damn it!
Oh.
I belong. I should.
And then access. So I have, before I move, I'm going to go ahead and defeat this Vault Guard because he can only be defeated in a security checkpoint, and I'm standing in one. So I'm going to defeat him with 3 of my 4 swords, which will give me 5 victory points. Hooray. Unfortunately, I can't do anything else with my remaining sword. My move, I will continue along this path this way. And then I have 4 buy and not enough cards.
It's like Tony's played this game.
I don't know about that. 4 buy. I will take the door hack because I can actually trash cards, and so this will be useful for getting my butt out. The
Oh
Renegade
my
Hacker will
God.
hack the doors and get me out of the building.
It's the dude from Fifth Element.
Yes.
It's so good. There's so many nerd references in this. It's amazing.
Yes.
Ooh, an Exo Stomper.
That would be from Alien.
From-
I know that one because you made me watch it.
Oh my
Yes.
god, yes.
The exos.
Perfect. Okay, I have an Android assistant, which lets me draw a card. Perfect. It is the collector, so now I can teleport to an
Yes.
adjacent room.
You can.
Whoop, whoop. Get a secret. Keep it safe. Ooh, hoo, hoo.
What'd you get?
I got a token that lets me use any faction.
Yes, you can spend that on your turn to use all faction-related text.
Sweet. And then I'm going to do Crystal Runner, and I'm going to take a crystal, which is great. And then I have my Android Runaway, who I get plus a movement, and I don't have to stop at security checkpoints because of my faction. I also have 2 stumbles.
So we'll just ignore the 2 Clank.
That's Roy Batty from Blade Runner.
Yes.
He's holding a dove.
Yes.
What do you mean I ignore the 2 Clank?
No. I'm just saying, we're just going to play those at the end. We're going to do all the cool stuff first, and then I have 2 Clank.
I have 2 Clank. Okay. I'm going to move...
You have...
here. Because I have 2 move.
Mm-hmm.
I could move there, but I don't want to.
That.
Great.
You can do
Okay. That was a good turn. I did good.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! You.
My imprisoned resistor.
Who looks like the dude from Avatar. Is that Avatar?
It says when he hugs trees, they hug him back.
Yes.
I did it! Yay!
It's totally Avatar. But he's green.
Well, yeah.
Totally not copyrighted.
I drew a card and it was just
The stumble.
It was just stumble.
Hey, you got it out of the
Another
way.
Stumble. Yep.
Well, you have a prisoner in tow. Who knows how injured he is?
That's true.
Things happen.
I have an information broker. I don't get the pirate power because I don't have more things, but I do have a total of 2 move and 3 skill. I will get an underworld contact because who doesn't want an underworld contact?
It's good to have underworld contacts.
And then I will use my 2 move.
They drip
I will go
credits at the beginning of every
hi
turn if you have 2 links.
to
Wait,
Nolan.
There's like a cockatiel
do I
party
get-
happening in our chat right now.
Do I get the 2 victory points now?
you keep that.
Hang on to
That
it.
counts as a 2 credit chit. So
I need victory points.
Alright.
victory
Thanks.
points are good. They let you buy cool stuff.
Imprisoned
And he
pilot.
attacks. Yes, the imprisoned pilot.
Which is totally not from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Not at all.
No.
'Cause
Well,
it has 2 heads.
it also could be... I mean, the jacket's vaguely there, but it also could be...
Zaphod Beeblebrook.
yeah, it could be
Yeah.
Zaphod Beeblebrook
With the 2.
Yeah.
with the 2 heads.
Right.
Yeah.
He's holding something.
Right.
I think
It's a
the other
helmet.
helmet.
Yes, the other helmet.
I mean, Zaphod wasn't a pilot, though.
He's got one helmet
No,
underneath
he
his
was the
foot.
president. He was the
president, yeah, he was
intergalactic
the
president.
president.
But he did pilot the ship, sort of.
Right.
Marvin did most of the work. Okay, Steve got hurt.
Yes, Marvin
Yay!
did most of the work. That's pretty accurate. Actually, you'll start on the heart, so you'll. There you go.
Yeah, you're not as dead as you thought. Good job.
Not nearly as dead as you thought.
All right. So I got my feline, and I'm going to discard a stumble to draw a card, and it's not another stumble.
Ah.
But
So you did a better job sneaking than Steve.
yeah, I done good. Okay, so I've got 1 move, which is convenient. I will move into the restricted area and grab another secret. Ooh. I think that just counts as a move.
Yes, on your turn, on a later turn, you can spend that as a move.
That's awesome. And then I've got 3 skill. And there's nothing crazy in here, but there is a purple dude. What faction is the purple faction?
Science is technically
Oh
what
man,
they're-
I just explained that I don't do science.
There's outlaw, resistance, and science.
They do it for you.
You're trying something new.
Alright, you done?
Yeah, I'm all set.
Okay.
Oh, what were these
Those
Those
are major secrets.
major
Yeah, so...
Okay.
Oh, Lord Radicus himself.
Oh wow.
Oh.
And he attacks us.
Great. Well, that would make sense.
Yes.
What?
If we defeat Lord Erraticus, we'll actually flip that goblin over there to an Erratabot, which means he'll take 3 to defeat. But he
Can I
will
look
give
at
us
it?
3 victory
Can I
points.
show the
Yeah.
show the stream?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
So unlike the original Clank, where the goblin is just the same on both
Other
sides,
Yep.
the Erratabot takes 3 to defeat, but he gives you more victory points than just 1.
Tony
Was there errata
and
on
nobody.
BGG about that?
22
Hmm?
TJ.
Was there errata on BGG?
He doesn't flip yet. It's only when we defeat.
He doesn't flip yet.
Oh yeah.
It's only
And
when
that's
we defeat
Tony
him.
takes damage.
Yep, I take a damage.
Alright,
If
and then now
my-
it's Tony's turn.
My damage finally caught up with me. Alright. So,
I mean, the stormtrooper sort of makes it. I want to be Ray now.
Why is there stuff in the Clank zone?
Did you take a part of my
there
speed
That should have
scooter
been in the bag.
apart? Oh, sorry.
That's
What?
okay. We'll put it in the bag
Did
now.
you take a part
I
of my
took
speed scooter?
This single gray thing
And now-
from the bottom.
I generate a Clank
But
from a
that
stumble,
keeps it hovering.
and then I have 4 hack.
You're such a
Which
hack.
yes, I am.
I'm just gonna be Ray now.
A talent.
Is
Is
full
Ray less
Yes.
visible on the board? I guess so.
And because I'm not where I want to be, I'm gonna go ahead and spend this permanently to move into this security room, which will give me this, which is 2 victory points. Awesome. I am also
Here, I'll just
going
be Ray
to-
under speed. No.
I am also going to put my data cube here, which will give me 1 victory point and is 1/2 of the password combination that I need. Yes,
Perfect.
please. And then I still have 4 buy, and I do not want the entertainer as entertaining as he is. He generates a lot of Clank, and I
He
can't afford that
does.
right now. I will take another Boldly Go and waste 1 skill. So if you could pass me a Boldly Go.
Okay.
I'm going to cull all my hacks, so I need the
I'm playing an Android assistant to draw a card,
buy.
and I have an access, which is a step, and then I have 4 hacks, which stinks because I need another step to move into the room that I want to move into. So I have a sad face. I have 4 acquire. I guess I also should get a Boldly Go at some point. I will get a Boldly Go.
There is no requirement to have a Boldly Go.
I'm
I'm just culling all my starter.
You do need to boldly go.
I'm just culling all my starter buy cards, so I need something that will let me buy cards.
Do you have to have an artifact to score?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't win the game unless you have an artifact.
Cool. Good.
Unless you did your job.
Are you done?
Yes.
I am gonna hack a whole bunch.
Wow.
Like
that is-
Tony's damage should be on the heart.
yes.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
4 hack and a space skunk, where if there's a prisoner in my play area, discard pile, and I have that imprisoned resistor. 3 more victory points.
My name is Steve, and I have a good strategy.
Well, he has a way to
and
generate victory points.
gonna
He still has to
do-
get an artifact and get out.
You get 4, right? So just put 1 back. Or what? 3, so 2 back.
Yeah, 2 back. Math is fun.
It is fun.
Here,
kids.
let me put the
and
ones closer since
I will
they're used more.
I will use my 6 buy to get another prisoner.
Honestly, playing deck building games taught me that. Like how to like quickly like figure out the when I'm like, oh, I need to like exchange pieces out. Yeah.
All right. You good?
That's me. Yep.
All right.
Is there 42 cards? There's got to be 42
Security
cards.
officer.
There has to be.
It's the memory core.
Oh,
Oh,
the memory core is the 42. There you go. Yours.
I
Yeah.
don't know if you can see there's a 42 on it, and it's the
Yes,
computer.
there's so many references.
yeah. Wait, if you just want sci-fi references for like over an hour, just watch us play Clank in Space.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you all set, Steve?
Yeah, I'm all set.
All right, cool. I have a bazillion things, but I have also stumble, so I'm gonna add a
Make some
Clank.
noise.
And my Battle School Genius also is going to make some noise. But I have...
Maybe you should get the entertainer so that you can make all the Clank in the world. He does give you a victory point for every Clank you generate on a turn.
That is really ridiculous and also pretty good. Okay. So that's 8 skill and 2 moves. So I'm going to... First, I'm going to go over here.
Also, where did we find him on the ship? Is he just like wandering around the ship
Actually-
singing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well,
like
he's
live
actually
DJing.
he's actually interviewing Corbin Dallas in
I got
various
it.
places on the ship.
Corbin Dallas is probably in here as a prisoner. isn't
Probably.
he? Yeah. Okay.
So I think I'm actually going to head this way instead.
But it'd be
and
like
grab this
Morbin
secret.
Phallus. Oh no!
Alright.
Do
I got
not
a
say
potion.
that.
And then
Health
I've
boost,
got-
I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. And then so with my 8 skill,
With my
obviously-
8 skill.
gonna grab an exterminator.
Like you do.
Oh wait, it doesn't
There's-
play. Oh
there's-
man, that's so frustrating.
There's too many bugs on this ship.
Yeah.
Well, you've got 3 left. So you could buy an entertainer,
Yep.
or you could buy a Boldly Go, or you could buy a phaser.
What is the entertainer? Gives
There's
me...
+1 Clank. For every Clank you generate this turn, you get a victory point.
Yeah. No, I'm good on that. I'm gonna grab another Boldly Go.
I don't know, you seem to generate 2 Clank every turn.
Well, I mean,
Way to rub it
Yeah.
in, Tori.
Well-
Alright.
thanks.
It's an iPod!
Everybody
Operators,
generates a
get
Clank. Stupid iPod.
We're jamming out.
Playing its
It's a small world.
new soundtrack.
Also, this stream is sponsored by Tony Miller because this is his copy of Clank.
Tony demoed this many times.
He did. He's also repping his Renegade shirt tonight. If you
didn't see it, I'm actually wearing my Renegade shirt.
Yeah, but this stream is not sponsored by Renegade.
No.
It's sponsored by Tony.
No, I paid for this one, but...
Well, even if you hadn't paid for it, it's your copy.
That's true.
Yes.
So we're going to go ahead, and I need to get out of Dodge because I need to go somewhere else to get my security checkpoint stuff finished. So we're going to boldly go, and we're going to scramble, exterminator, and hack. My stumble is going to generate one clank. My exterminator is going to let me draw a card, so let me shuffle this up real quick and draw a card.
How are you doing?
I drew my other stumble!
You gonna have a clinky time?
Well, I drew my other stumble. I had 2
No.
clank on this turn too, Nolan, so I should shut my mouth. I'm sealing my own doom. So I have 4 buy and 3 move and 2 attack. So I'm going to kill both iPods and generate 2 clank doing that, but I'm also going to get 4 victory points.
You are.
Yeah. What Dark Jidu has to say about that.
Yeah, and then I'm going to...
this is an extra key.
I didn't have 3 to defeat him, yeah.
Yeah.
And so I have 4 buy. There's not a lot to buy. I don't want the entertainer. I will take another boldly go for 3. I can't believe that my exterminator drew my other stumble. He's a machine. He's loud and noisy. And then I have 3 move. So we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. What now?
It's a nibbling beast. It's a dog. It's a space dog.
It's Nibbler.
These
It's
cuties
Nibbler.
are bred to be both cuddly companions and merciless killing machines.
Futurama for the win.
Yep.
Oh, it's Nibbler.
Oh, and
Amazing.
a shred bot.
Is that a Clank?
That is Clank. Yes, that
Danger. Pull 1 + 1 cube for boss
We'll
attacks.
actually pull 2, so we're gonna pull 4 cubes right now.
Whoa.
You know what? I'm gonna do it right this time.
Yes, let's put all those in the bag and then draw 4 cubes. Even though that's horribly bad for me.
Asterix game.
They are the stormtrooper is pretty loud. It's his plastic armor,
Yes.
clanking around. All right, 1. Oh, it's me. 2,
Nothing.
3,
No one.
Damage.
and 4.
All right.
Tony,
Everybody but
Everybody
Steve.
Steve. That's a good name
Everybody
for a
but
show.
Steve.
We're all catching up.
All right.
So Steve and I have started seriously looking into Cheat and Steve hoodies, if that's a thing that interests people. Got a quote today.
It's my turn because you went, right?
No.
Oh,
No, I
I'm
went.
sorry.
I generated
Tiffany
all...
was so happy about the nibbling beast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you get a quote from the?
I did, yeah.
Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
you guys, this hoodie's gonna be amazing.
We're gonna do t-shirts as well, but we want hoodies for ourselves for Essen. So, yeah.
Oh, wow,
Okay.
for Essen, that soon.
Well, you know, it's
That's
art,
awesome.
and then you just go to a print shop. Okay. I have a scramble, which gives me 1 movement, which is still not enough to do the thing that I wanted to do. And then I also get
5 buy.
5 buy.
Which-
So Nibbler's gonna happen.
Nibbling Beast, obviously.
Yeah, that has to go.
Who doesn't Nibbling Beast?
And then I don't want another boldly go.
For the enemies one, you just need a sword.
You need a sword to walk through without taking damage. You can just take damage,
Right.
unless it will kill you. If it's your last damage, you can't walk through.
That's-
You're not
that's fair.
suicidal.
Okay.
Or it's assumed you're not.
And it's Code Red,
Oh.
which is programmed.
That's the promo card.
When you trash this from your play area or discard it, you get a heart.
Yes, you
Pretty
heal.
What is? Oh,
And when you acquire it, you get 2
I think
attack.
it's Mountain Dew Red.
Yes.
right. No.
Yeah.
I was wondering what the danger was.
That means we draw an extra cube. So
We
right
have a
now,
lot
if
of
he attacks,
danger.
we'll draw 5 cubes.
Yeah, we have a lot of danger.
Oh.
We need to purchase some Code Red and or beat some bad guys.
Oh, no kidding.
We're in trouble.
My turn?
Cheat and Steve. Cheat and Steve. Does whatever is Cheat and Steve.
Yep. My turn.
Yes.
I can't remember what his slogan was. Do you remember what his slogan is?
It was something like, if you're not, it's not cheating if something.
It's not cheating if you don't know the rules.
I think that's
it's
it.
not
It might
cheating
have
if you
been-
weren't listening.
Yeah.
It's not cheating.
If you didn't remember
What
the
chat?
rules,
Does anybody remember what his slogan is? Because we're debating putting it on the shirt. / We also have to do reference photos tonight for what your cheating Steve face is gonna look like.
You know what I'm gonna do?
Yeah.
I don't know.
My space pirate is gonna take the code red. So
With the buy?
Shrugging the code red.
So that's with the 2 skill. I'm
Yes.
gonna get 2
4 attack.
swords.
So
4
you have
attack.
4 attack. So you're going to defeat Lord Eradicus.
Yep.
Because you're
Which will give you...
7? Oh, I thought that was a 1.
No, that's a 7.
Oh,
You just
no.
beat the boss back to his home base.
It's only cheating if you get caught.
Yes.
That's it.
Ooh.
Okay, so...
I
you
think
got-
No, but that's not. I cheat by mistake.
So he
Well,
comes
no,
here.
but it is only
No,
cheating
I
if
feel
you
like,
get
I feel like
caught.
that's the thing that shitty people say about like
Oh,
cheating on your partner.
7,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
all
that's
players
true.
heal 1.
That's true.
So
Yeah.
everybody gets 1 cube removed from there.
Does
Amazing.
the cube go back?
I
Yeah.
will get Mitch a cheating Steve shirt if Steve wears a cheating Mitch shirt for
The
beating
boss
me
gets
caught.
angry because
Totally
we
will.
defeated him.
Steve will
And
totally
we
wear
flip
one.
over our goblin to a Radabot, which
Oh,
he
I
already
did-
was.
yeah.
Steve already did.
Yeah.
So over the course, we defeated Lord Eradicus. We sent him back to his command chamber, and so we made him angry. We flipped over his goblins to Erratabots, and everybody healed a bit.
I
And
just
Steve
threw a crystal.
got a lot of victory
it's a
points.
power crystal. Don't lose it.
So many victory
Oh,
points. It's
we're
absurd.
gonna
Apparently, you
we're
beat
gonna
him
do
up.
it. Do we do it now, or do I flip the second one too?
Flip the second one too. He'll
I haven't
only
finished
attack
my-
once.
I haven't finished my turn though.
Nobody saw anything.
Nope. He will only attack once, regardless.
Oh yeah, you
Okay.
still have 4 skills.
Yeah, I
in the
still
move.
have 4
He
skills.
has
Good
4
lord.
skill and a move,
But I am just gonna go here.
and get another victory
Another
point.
victory point.
Jesus. Somebody's heading for a market here sooner or later, just to
There's
spend all this.
there's 2 James, and it's blowing my brain right now. There's James
I only
Burns
have
and
4.
James
I
Brazil.
think I just need 2 phasers.
I got what you meant, James Burns.
Yeah, I'm just gonna get 2 phasers. Bulk out my deck. Oh, that was your crystal. Now, the thing that I didn't know was gonna happen.
Okay, so now we will attack, and it will be 4 cubes.
Eradicate.
Yes, I wonder
Steve
what those
cheats
are.
by not knowing the rules.
What is a
Yeah.
kill bot? I don't know, but it has a predetermined kill count, and once it hits that, that's another Futurama reference.
But it says eradicate.
Yeah, I know.
It's
It's totally a Dalek.
yeah, okay,
but-
cool. As long as we're on the same page with that.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Okay.
totally a Doctor Who reference. So Steve beat Lord Eradicus, healed everybody 1, and then we all took some
All
damage.
thanks to the code red.
Yes.
Alright, Nolan's turn.
That's right, drink Mountain Dew, kids.
I did enjoy Code Red.
It'll make you better at combat.
It'll make
So
your
I've
space
got
pirates better at combat.
7 skill and 4 move. Is there a limit to how many secrets I can pick up in a turn?
No, but you only pick them up when you enter a room.
Right.
So
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, and I got some more credits. 3, and I'm gonna take the 2 damage from that.
oh wow, go you. That's ballsy. And
That super healing potion, so convenient.
Yep.
And then 4, I'm gonna end my turn in here.
and
I
heal 1.
And then I also can place my.
Oh, you're data cubing.
I'm dating. I'm
You-
Cuban.
You jerk.
I
And
am
what
a-
was
I'm a
the
jerk.
benefit for that?
That was
What
3
did it-
credits.
3. So don't take them
I'm
from
not gonna
Steve.
take it from Steve. That's right.
Here's
Cheat-
your
no,
3
I mean, he
credits.
probably
Cheating.
cheated to get them. So like,
That's true.
it
Well,
only.
no, but exterminate is the Daleks, but these cards say eradicate.
And how many?
So I have 7
5.
skill and
7 by, and there's the entertainer still taunting you.
What's
Alright,
the
well,
either M or a 3?
That's the market.
That's
That's
the
where
market.
we buy the items that are up there.
Oh,
So you can buy contraband, teleporter cards, key
Keys.
passes, or med kits. You may only have 1 of an item, so you can never buy it out.
And what was the contraband? It just points.
Contraband is 10 points, and there are some cards that trigger off of it, like the
Mm-hmm.
totally not Chewbacca furry smuggler analog.
Alright. Wow, no one's got a lot of cards.
2 phasers and bold to go. Told you, I'm just gonna use the basic cards to
That's
try and
fine.
win
At this
tonight.
point, it
Fine.
looks like that's the way it's going,
Easy.
because we can't seem to draw enough attack.
Right.
Speaking of attack, I have a couple of attack from my phaser. So I have a boldly go, a phaser, and 3 hacks. So I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buy, 1 move, and 2 attack. I'm going to use 2 attack to defeat. Because I don't have any Clank out there right now, I'm going to leave the security officer alone and instead defeat a killbot for 3
Very nice.
victory points. Just to get rid of...
You must be eradicated.
I wish I could defeat the Dark Jidu, but I only have 2 attack. So Actually, what does the shred bot do?
You may trash any card in your play area or discard pile.
I'm going to defeat him instead. So instead of the victory points, I'm going to defeat him so we have less damage, and I'm going to trash one of my stumbles.
Night, James. Thanks for coming by.
Stumble goes away. Alright. And so now we're down to just the Dark Jidu for pulling extra cubes. I've used all my attacks, so I have 1 move and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buy. Again, severely limited in what I can buy. With my 1 move, I'm going to go ahead and move here.
Isn't that Tiffany? Oh no, that's not Tiffany. Sorry.
And I'm going to acquire... I'm going to go ahead and spend 7 to acquire myself a teleport pass, if you could pass me one of those. Excellent. Now, I have access to transporters. And for what I'm going to buy, I'm just going to buy one of the memory cores and waste the extra buy. So if one of you could pass me a memory core. It doesn't do anything for me except victory points, but...
Are we only allowed to buy 1 card?
No, you can buy as many as you want.
You mean you had an extra skill?
I had an extra skill and couldn't
okay.
afford anything.
Man.
Oh, there's an information broker.
5.
Okay, I have a stumble. Tragic. And then I have a crystal runner. I'm going to sell this crystal for 5 credits. Which is great, because I'm standing on a store. So I will purchase the lock.
7 credits.
Mother trucker. Damn it. I had such a great plan.
I bought the wrong thing. Oh well.
I have a movement.
I should have bought a key.
And I have 3 knowledge. I need more movement / money.
You need a little bit more of every resource.
Yeah, it's just not really
Don't forget
working.
fighting.
Yeah.
I don't like to fight. I like to be peacefully running around a spaceship, stealing things. Okay, I think...
Tiffany's playing this like an old point-and-click adventure, just grab literally everything that belongs to anyone.
I think I'm just gonna, not do anything else. That was a great turn. Okay, bye.
My imprisoned resistor, just gonna let me draw a card. And my imprisoned pilot, just gonna let me draw another card. And it's a hack! Yes! Well, my space conch says if there's a prisoner in my play area or discard pile, 3 more. Jeez. I need to start cashing some of those in. And then
I might want to buy some stuff.
use my move to go here. Get a Ryan Seacrest.
Pure Orion Seacrest?
What is this?
What is it?
+3 on it.
Oh, that's a journal entry. So, that's the archive. So you keep it. It's 3 points at the end of the game, but it makes him angry.
I made him
Oh jeez.
I made him mad. Tony,
Stop reading his personal journal entries, Steve.
quietly.
Oh, and I have to put a Clank in.
What did you read?
Does it have to be connected? Or no?
Yes.
Okay, that's bullshit. It's not, but I want it to be.
Yes, it's along pathways.
Cool.
You can disregard any of the stuff that happens on the pathway, including
Yes.
other things.
I
I'm
understand
also
that.
purchasing this information broker because I love pirates.
Pirate obsessed.
Love a pirate.
Whoa!
No attacks. That's a lot of moves. Oh, the security card. If you have a power crystal, it's even better.
Hope you enjoyed the ride. Oh, is that a Johnny Cab? It's
Yes,
totally
it is a Johnny Cab.
Hope you enjoyed the ride.
Oh my gosh.
As long as it's not a mutant cab driver.
This
At
game
any
has
point.
too many references.
I feel like if you
You also
added
see-
if you
Okay.
added movies to your
Okay.
queue, you would just add all of them.
Yes.
1 Clank, Stumbles another Clank, and then I've got a move. So I'm gonna go
Move
over
there.
here.
Okay.
And I've got 5, so I'm gonna pick up the security cards.
Naturally.
You don't have to stop at security. Oh,
If
nice.
you have a power
Yes.
crystal.
That's
If you have a
awesome.
power crystal.
Yeah.
Alright, so we flip one out. It is the Trophy Hunter. That's totally not a predator. It's -2 Clank.
Oh, sweet.
And yeah, nice. And when you acquire
Acquired, it's -2 Clank. And he's just 2 attack. He's very stealthy. He's invisible. You know, like, not a predator.
Definitely not.
No, totally not. So I'm gonna play...
Good thing.
So on my turn, I finally get to activate my combo. Are we ready, guys?
Yeah.
So access, hack, phaser. I am then going to play door hack. And then I'm going to play the renegade hacker to trash a program out of my discard pile, which will be a hack. Because I trashed a card this turn, I gain 2 additional move. So I now have 4 move. So 2 plus 2 from the door hack. 4 move, 2, 3, 4, 5 buy, and 2 swords. So for move 1, I am going to go here, and we're going to pick up this. And it's one of those tokens that lets me activate abilities from factions. For move 2, I'm going to move here and pick up this. And he gets more angry.
Great, good job, Tony.
Was that another journal entry?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yours was so interesting I had to find one for myself.
I'm pretty sure it was like old life journal entries.
Yes. Then
Why?
for my 3rd, I will move here. And then for my 4th, I will use my 2 swords to ignore the bad guys and move here, picking this up, which is a healing potion. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my other data cube here
Yep.
for 4 victory points. 1, 2,
And Tony now has a passcode.
3, 4. I now have the passcode, which makes him angry.
Ooh, he's getting real angry.
Yes. And then I have 4 buy that I can use.
Why do Daleks eat apples?
Oh,
I don't know.
why?
Why?
Um,
Why do Daleks eat apples?
oh, because an apple a day keeps
The
The doctor away!
Oh my god. On that note, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead.
Good job, James.
I'm gonna go ahead and acquire the trophy hunter
No.
in the hopes that he will kill me. So I don't have any Clank for him to get rid of, but that's fine. I'll just waste that initial thing, and then I have 2 more buy, which I can't. I could get another phaser. Do I want another phaser? Do I want another phaser?
Only you
can.
Go ahead and give me a phaser.
You should
Probably the
send
wrong
it to Star.
answer. Probably the wrong answer, but I'll take a phaser.
Crazy.
And now after that crazy turn, wherein I picked up 3 tokens, dropped a data cube, and did a whole bunch of other stuff, I am done.
It's a space pirate!
Woo! Space pirate!
All right.
Arrive, put 3 black cubes in the bag.
Yes.
Android
Nice.
assistant.
Thanks,
Perfect.
Space pirate.
Android
Thanks, Space
assistant.
Pirate.
I have to draw again.
Yes.
Amount of cards.
Everyone relax, I'm only here for your ice. And he's a cat.
Yes.
Is there a cat? I wonder, what is that from? I mean,
Perhaps Ice Pirates?
I don't know what that
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Ice Pirates is an 80s movie that came out after Star Wars trying to capitalize on said popularity of Star Wars.
It did
I
not
think
do a very good job.
I think it's a
feel
Roger Corman movie.
Oh,
Great. Okay, cool.
the live action
Yay!
animated.
Now I have a
It's live
collector,
action.
and I have 2 adjacency teleports. Sweet. Oh, I have a stumble too. Okay. So I'm gonna
Every time.
teleport here, and it's a potion. Yay!
Oh, I have one of these stumble
And then I'm
things.
gonna actually go ahead and put one of my data cubes to get 5 points, because I need that. And then I will do my second teleport to go here to get a major secret, which is that jetpack. I don't know what that is.
What is that? Oh, no, that's a sonic grenade. All of your opponents immediately put 3 Clank in the thing,
Ooh.
and you return the token to the box.
When you draw it or when you use
When
it?
you draw it.
Great. Okay. I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know how me finding a grenade causes you to do Clank, but I'm sorry.
It
Great.
was the party grenade.
Okay. Yeah.
Is
Apparently.
that, like,
I'm
party
also
time?
now in a locked room. I've just realized.
You teleported into a locked room.
Oh,
You
but
can
I
get
can
back out
I
this
can
way,
get
yeah.
out that way. That's cool. We're good. Everything's fine.
No, you can actually get yourself stuck.
You can, yeah.
Teleport into a room
This
that
turn
you can
I
only
don't have to stop
teleport.
at security checkpoints, which is great, and I have a +2 movement, which can get me back, and so I get another secret.
Yep.
Yay! This one is 2 stabbies.
Oh, 2 swords anytime you want them.
It's just I just inject someone with that.
Hey.
And then I don't have enough movement to get out of here again. Damn it, teleports. But I have another movement, and then I have skill of 7.
We need to kill some of these guys.
Guys,
Guys,
There's a lot of guys out there that need killing.
I got it.
guys.
You got some?
I got it.
You're gonna do
Guys.
some killing?
Maybe
They're
I'll
wanna
guys
do
are
some murdering.
useless except
I'll
for
insult
points.
them with my disc.
I'm gonna
guys.
do some murdering too, hopefully, but we'll see.
Murder twins.
Murder twin powers activate. Shape of a machete.
Please don't. Please no. Okay.
Shape of a chainsaw.
Great. This is awesome. Super good. Very happy. Very happy you're all here tonight.
So
What?
Halloween came a little early.
Oh man, that mask. There were some really great costume heads at Target.
I'm gonna stumble.
I thought I had some fun.
And then I'm gonna hack with my underworld contact and my information broker. I don't have another pirate, but that is 6 buy. With 3 of it, I will get a space pirate.
So is that like Stardust then? The same way that glitter is craft
Wait, what? What about space herpes? How did that even come up?
Probably Ice Pirates. It's probably an Ice Pirates reference.
Yeah, I don't
So
know.
power crystals are basically just used for card effect.
Card
Yes.
effects,
Sounds like-
there are also secrets that you can pick up that will make them worth victory points at the end. So,
Yes.
otherwise they're just good for powering up tech, like his security cart, or rocket boots and various other sundry things. I said sundry.
You did say
Sundry is
sundry.
a good word.
It is a good word.
I think I'm just gonna go to the market and go to town.
Yeah, because you do have a lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
and I can only buy one thing.
I think you can buy as many as you can afford, but let me look. You just have to be in a market space to buy, which you are. You may only buy one item of each type, but that's your only limitation. So you can't buy all the med kits out, but you could buy a med kit and a key pass and a
I
teleporter.
think I'm gonna get I'm gonna get
contraband?
contraband and a key pass.
You do like smugglers,
I really do.
and
like
it's victory
smugglers.
points.
So that's 7.
Yep. So 14, go away.
Who needs points?
But then
That's
they're
okay.
worth 15.
You gained
Yeah, I gained
50.
a point, yeah.
Yes. Yes, you did it. You did it the way that actually gains you victory points.
Oh wait, I had 3 buy left.
No, you.
I will use that 3. I should probably
That's
just
not
get a
a
bold
I
to
don't
go.
wanna
So
know.
I'm fine.
I'm gonna get a bold to go. Okay, Nolan, it is
Yeah.
your.
It was good with my finger.
Ooh, a
like that.
helpful
It's
prodigy.
not-
Alright.
It's not a tooth.
No, it's
I don't
not.
know what that
It's
is.
not dog.
Exterminate, Exostomper, Underworld Contact.
Oh, you really are gonna kill some stuff.
Yeah, Stumble, and Hack. So I generate a Clank.
Did you draw for your exterminator?
I did not draw for my Exterminator.
Oh yeah.
It's a Boldly Go.
That's
a
not
Boldly
bad.
Glow, but I will gladly Boldly Glow.
Boldly Glow sounds like a really fun club to go to.
Yeah, it does.
So first off, I'm gonna trash the Exterminator. Or the, not the Exterminator, the Entertainer.
Thank God.
Yeah, right? And then I also get a credit, if you guys don't mind.
I don't.
And, alright, so then I've got 4 attack, 3 move, and a bunch of skill.
So you could kill
Wait,
any
it's not a
2
dog,
of the
No, it's
2s, or you
Right.
could take out the Dark G2
It's
instead.
Well,
there's definitely- it was mine.
So getting rid of Clank is probably good for
Right,
you.
yeah, so we're gonna kill a security officer, and then he just gets discarded.
Arr.
Yep, he just gets discarded, and you take 2 of your Clank back. And then you have either Killbot.
Yeah,
You can kill either Killbot.
Sorry. Sorry, I was reading
Take
chat.
care of the Killbot.
Killer Eden has some amusing comments.
Killbot, which gives you 3
Three
more
more.
victory
Yep.
points.
Thank you.
Credits! Credits galore.
Alright. And then, so then I've got 3 move, and that changes
Oh
everything
my
I
God,
had planned.
It's Wesley.
Is
Um,
Wesley?
Yeah.
Yes, the helpful prodigy.
Oh, from
He's wearing,
Star Trek.
yes,
Star Trek.
it's Mr.
Yeah.
Crusher.
Yeah, it's Wesley.
Yeah, he's got the rainbow. He's not a know-it-all. He just doesn't know what
All
his
players get +1 Clank. He's literally bad for everybody.
setup.
1,
But he's one of everything.
He's a helpful prodigy.
oh, sweet.
You're just tokening it up. You're
3.
following in my footsteps there.
And I'm also going to, I'm gonna.
Oh, you're
shove
gonna
that.
generate a Clank? Okay.
Yeah, and I get a multi-pass.
You do. I forgot to give myself one. You get one of those,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he gets angry because we now both have passcodes. He's mad.
Alright.
Okay.
Let's see. What else is there to do? Okay, so I also have 7 skill. All players get +1 Clank. That seems really ridiculous and unnecessary.
I'm gonna do it, he says.
Oh, man. I don't...
Buy a memory core. It's just victory points.
I know, but it just clogs up your deck and doesn't do anything.
Yes, but it's victory points.
Yeah, but...
You could buy it and Wesley Crusher with 7.
No, it costs 7 to buy.
Oh, it costs
memory
7.
core,
Never mind. Yeah, it's 5 victory points.
Wait,
with
what
7
happened to
cost.
all the enemies in the market?
He killed them all.
Damn.
He killed 2 of them, and then he trashed the entertainer. Chris Tucker apparently was not.
Our
to
health
his
isn't
liking.
bad enough yet to make us think that we're gonna die.
Yeah.
But like we're gonna start making him more angry soon.
Yes, we will die.
I do think I'm gonna
Someone will die.
Yes.
top one of my secrets.
Which one?
The
The move. So you're
And-
gonna get an extra move.
Yeah,
You're gonna come join me in here? Oh
I'm
no,
gonna
you're
move
going to the security room.
zone. It just makes sense to do
You're
that.
just gonna hang out in the security room. That's fine.
God, I really don't need anything else.
Is the passkey one-time use, or did you get through all?
All locked pathways are open to you for the rest of the game.
Yes.
I should have bought one. I wasn't thinking. It's okay though.
I again don't have enough movement and I've dropped.
I will live.
I'm gonna take. I don't know. I need any of these things. We'll take a boldly go on a phaser because why not?
All right.
Alright, now let's trigger some horrific attack.
Yeah. So we're gonna flip 3 cards out. So 1. No
Thieving
attack.
Menace.
There's an attack. Imprisoned
Imprisoned
soldier. I wonder if that is
That's totally the dude from Duke Nukem.
Oh, no, it kind of looks like Vin Diesel.
Vin Diesel
Yeah.
from Pitch Black.
He's survived Crash Landings, Fanatics, and Sludge Devils, so no.
So
he's
we're drawing-
not afraid of the dark.
So we're drawing 3, 4.
I don't watch that movie.
We're drawing 4. Pitch Black is really good.
It's really.
Chronicles of Riddick I also enjoyed. I haven't seen Riddick, the third one.
I haven't seen Riddick yet either, but yeah,
It's-
I do love both of
From
those.
what I've heard, it's Pitch Black redone. Like Pitch
Triple
Black.
Tony.
Oh!
No, Triple
And
Me,
Misty.
surprisingly.
Oh,
Yeah, I
wait,
know.
because you're purple.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Yes, Nolan's the super Clank master over there.
Wow.
Over there destroying people and generating noise.
Got so many potions.
You do! And that's good.
Your turn.
Yes, it is. So I have my Exterminator, which will let me draw a card. Okay, we can make this work. But do I need to? I don't think I need to this time. Unfortunately, I'm not going to use my combo. So we have Boldly Go, we have a Phaser, then we have a Door Hack, a Renegade Hacker, and a Hack. I could trash a program, but it would be a hack. Let me see what I need to buy. What is that dude on the end there?
The Thieving Menace is -2 Clank, and if you have a pirate, he's an extra +2 move.
Okay.
It's a good card.
He is a good card. I don't have any... Actually, I do. My Renegade Hacker is a pirate. Ooh, yeah, I definitely want that. So that's 6. Can I afford that? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, and I can even call my hack and afford it. So that's what I'm going to do. So my Renegade Hacker is going to get rid of my hack. I'm going to take a Thieving Menace, which will go to my discard pile. Then I have 3 move, 4, 5 move, technically, because I trashed a card. And I have 4 attack. So I have 5 move and 4 attack.
It's a lot of move.
So I'm going to do this. So we're going to do 1, 2, which will get me a power crystal. 3, 4. 5, which will come in here and give me this, which is 5 victory points at the end of the game. Sweet. So that's all my move. And I already spent my stuff, so I have 4 attack. I'm going to kill the Dark Jidu, which will give me 4 victory points, and everybody will discard a card.
Yep.
But I'm helping because now he'll draw fewer cubes, right? That's how that
not
works.
Sure.
You done?
Oh, we forgot to...
That is it.
Oh, well, I'll put him in now.
We are bad at this.
So the Baron and the Wound Begun, which causes an attack. Nolan, do it.
Yay!
3, only 3.
Yes, because me and you, the murder twins, managed to get rid of all of the bad stuff.
Right. The murder, I love it. Alright. Tony, me, and nobody.
Yay! Steve and I are gonna die at some point. Okay.
Well, maybe not.
Well, there's a lot of us left.
Well,
in there.
eventually their cubes will come out of the bag.
I have 3 skill and then 1 attack, which is useless, and then 1 move, which is useless. Then yeah, I'm gonna buy the Helpful Prodigy
Mm-hmm.
because
You
he's
would.
part of my thing. Yeah.
So you're gonna have Wesley taking care of Nibbler, and that couldn't go wrong at all.
Great.
There's no way that goes wrong.
If you enter a room
you
with an
get-
artifact, do you have to pick the artifact up?
No, you
Okay.
may pass it up.
Phantom Agent.
Alright.
You're never required to pick up an artifact.
She's like a ghostly kleptomaniac, invisible and stickly fingered. I think that could
It's-
be the.
It's Nova from
Nova,
StarCraft
StarCraft,
Ghost. Yes, that's exactly what it is.
I'm gonna
She works with science, and she's anti-clanky.
draw another card with my imprisoned resistor.
I love how all the negative Clank stuff is people with invisibility cloaks.
Right.
3 more
really-
points.
It's very.
Can I still buy if I'm in the market space?
Yes.
Like I don't have to enter and come back out.
Correct.
No, yeah,
Before you
you hang on
move,
there.
you can buy
Then I'm gonna spend my 7
7 more.
and get
A
a
teleporter?
teleporter.
Might as well.
So I have 6 buy.
I should have bought a key while I was in
Think
the
I'm
market
gonna
space. Oh well.
Ooh, Baron is great, but I do want to collect all the prisoners, so I'm gonna acquire that and do 2 Clank.
I really should have bought a key. Yeah, I screwed up.
Do you want to go for that 30?
6.
Is that why? No, you can get to it without the
Yeah.
key.
I'm
No.
gonna
Not really. Well, yes, I just have to wait in the security spot.
eradicate.
I can
my
get there.
for
And I can
3.
heal. Yeah, you're right, I'm fine.
Yeah.
It would have been faster to have a key.
Right.
That's
Yes, I'm going for the 30 because
Yeah.
I'm crazy. I'm going for the captain's chair, which is crazy that the captain's chair is actually more victory points than the Infinity Gauntlet.
Right.
But
Wow, what? The professor? Ooh!
yes, the
Look
professor.
at the flavor text.
She's always on the lookout for new traveling companions. It's true. I like it.
Yeah, Nolan.
It's obviously the doctor, and it's a female doctor, and
Oh,
it's,
that's awesome.
Yes.
and she's got the scarf and Capaldi's cloak and what's his face's flower. Like
Yep.
it's just great.
Yes, and an umbrella.
Yes.
And we've got a Tron light
Sea
scooter.
Mm-hmm.
And the Baron, which may be referencing Harkonnen from Dune, but I can't tell from
It's,
here.
get me off the ship and there'll be a nice tip in it for you.
Oh.
So I don't know.
I do not know. A reference I do not know. Wound be gone with the blue pill, red pill. We all know what that's referencing.
Yeah. And the flavor text says both will heal you, but only one is chewable. That's why I said.
Oh, do you need a key to get through this?
Yes.
Well, all right.
Can you?
So I'm gonna use my 1 movement to go here, and then
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pop another one of my movement potions to get to the market.
Yep, and then you're going to spend 7 to buy a key.
And then I'm gonna spend 7 to buy a key.
So now nobody else can buy keys. Thanks, Nolan.
Sorry. I mean,
No, it makes perfect sense.
Can you teleport directly into here without having one of the
No.
passcodes?
You cannot pass into the command module at all without a passcode, even the teleporters. However, I can use the teleporters to beat a hasty getaway.
I'm gonna pick up Nova. Go ahead.
Alright, so we flip one out.
Not Nova.
It is the
Yeah,
registry
I mean,
hack. It is a program. If you have a power crystal, you may trash this and up to 3 other programs in your play area or discard pile. Wow,
What?
super
We can trash programs
Yeah.
when it comes out. Oh,
When
oh
you-
no.
when
Oh,
you
never
use
mind.
it.
Okay.
If you have a power crystal. Which I do. I also have already trashed a lot of my programs because of my Renegade Hacker. So.
Right. Oh, man, that's really nice.
So I have a stumble. I'm actually making noise for once. My hacker has failed me this round. My memory core, which does nothing except get me points. 2 boldly goes and a phaser, which means I have 5 buy, 2 move, and 2 attack. So with 5 buy, 2 move, and 2 attack, there is nothing that I can attack for 2. So that's not helpful. My 2 move, however, will get me through here. I am not going to pick this up. I'm then going to pass through here and use one of my 2 swords to not take the damage.
Nice.
I can't get any further. That's as far as I can get. And then 5 buy. That light scooter is really nice. And it lets me teleport when I acquire it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to acquire the light scooter for 5. Which will let me teleport, so I'll teleport heal and here and heal 1. That Clank that wasn't so bad now. That will go to my discard pile. That's everything I can do.
Sweet. Crystal Runner. Oh, sorry.
Not an attack. It is
Psychic
instead-
Master. Oh, it's the whatever from that movie and comic series.
The whatever.
She has mastered your fear. Have you?
Yes. Crystal runner, so I get a crystal. Yay!
Bene Gesserit from Dune. Fears the Mind Killer.
I don't know. The
Don't know.
person that taught Doctor Strange.
Oh, the Master from Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
I think she's referencing Dune, but
Maybe.
I don't know.
probably. Don't
She
know.
has what looks like the Gom Jabbar, the thing they stick their hand in.
Oh, okay.
Oh, right.
That's my guess.
Oh.
You feel the
right.
most intense pain or
Yes.
whatever. Yeah,
Yes, fear is the mind killer.
right.
Okay, I have 3 moves, so I can finally get out of this room. It's the best, and then I can actually get to here, which is great. And then there's a store, and I have 3 skill, which is great as well. Everything's great. Everything's great, guys. It's all great. I'm gonna do Wound Begone, and when I acquire it, I get to
Heal one?
wound,
Yes,
which is
so
great.
you're one-
Actually, no, I'm gonna do a registry hack. I'm gonna do the registry hack,
Yep.
because
buy
then
a
it lets me
Call cards later,
Call.
so you can run.
all your starting cards are programmed.
Not all of them, just your hacks
yeah.
and your access.
accesses.
But
Sweet. And then I will.
you can get rid of all those starting buys and have
also
things that let you move instead.
Spend 7 to get a key. So now I can actually.
There are no more keys.
You jerks. There's also no
That is
teleports.
Stephen Nolan. There are no teleports. That's Steve and me.
That's what I just said. Okay. Well,
All of us are jerks.
the Healy thingy is just. Would I just heal when I take it?
Yeah.
No, you can use it. It's like a med kit, right?
Medkit.
No,
when you buy it, you immediately
When you
heal two
buy, okay.
damage.
Which I don't really want. I
So
guess I'll buy contraband because it's a deal.
It is 10 points for,
For
7.
$7. Yeah, 7 points for. Yeah. Okay.
And if you run into any...
If I have some things that want contraband, I have contraband. So
yes, you
okay.
do.
Okay.
And so we flip one out. The Mad Scientist, and we're going to get attacked.
The Clank.
Clank actually went in the bag.
Yes, and we're only drawing 3 because there's no plus attacks on the
Drink it up,
Market.
monkey boy. Black.
neutral.
Tiffany.
Tiffany.
There you
and
go.
me.
It's fine.
Eventually, the people who are not taking a lot of damage have to take damage. Eventually.
Eventually.
I mean, I do have Clank in there.
What's the you may spend 5 for an additional heart
You can spend 5 skill
skill?
when you defeat him to get 2 healing instead of just 1. So if you have 5 skill and 3 attack, you can get 2 healing out of him.
Oof. Which I do.
Oof.
Oh, tough life choices.
Yeah. I
Healing
have to
is
do
good.
that. Information broker. And
Oh,
then
apparently we
hack.
have a bunch of lag. Steve, take a turn. Don't focus on
Uh,
it.
okay, I've got 7 skill and 4 attack. So I'll defeat the Mad Scientist. And I will spend.
Okay.
I will spend 5 of my
This
6
might make
skill.
things go weird for a sec, but trust me, everyone.
Oh yeah, you have to set your
I did it.
preferences.
Okay. And there we go.
Okay.
And then it's like kilobytes through the roof. Alright, we're good.
Okay. Yeah, we should. I had to set it on my laptop, which
That's
preferred
okay.
Wi-Fi.
I'll do it later. Take your turn.
Okay, so
Do
I
your
spent-
stuff,
You can
Steve.
get this.
Oh, sorry. But I did heal.
Yeah, he's not your friend.
He is now.
There we go. I
no-
changed. My laptop was on the wrong Wi-Fi, so yeah. The white cube should go
military.
on the red damage track, and vice versa. Oh yeah, flip the red. Flip Tony and Mice cubes, because then they show up easier for
Oh,
everybody.
good call.
Yeah. Thanks, Jeremiah. That's a really good idea.
In
There
the
we go.
actual game, that would be confusing, but on the stream, that will make it much, much
yeah,
easier to
that's
see.
a great. That's a great
Makes
idea.
sense to me. I see my cubes.
Okay. So I've got
Well, you're not playing yellow, and nobody's playing black,
move.
so we aren't going to have to worry about you using
I
the
need a
wrong
credit.
color.
Oh, I do orange.
Thank
Orange
you,
is my
Steve.
favorite.
I'm just saying there's not going to be any need for any.
Steve and I are not having a great game.
Purple's my favorite, too.
I don't know what you're talking about. I got all kinds of points.
Yeah, but you haven't done like any of the code accesses. Are you gonna do a code access because you're in the room that you're in?
You know, I probably should.
For
I
two
just
Clank?
haven't
So,
been
like-
buying enough moves, so I've kind of
No,
stalled
I
out.
can do
Win the
something.
game,
I can do
maybe?
more than
Like-
that.
Like, we'll do that, and then you can go across the hall and do 2 more.
You have 4 move,
I have 4 move. I have 5 move.
5 move.
So I can at least go get that secret and come back out.
You could.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
No on your jerk.
I know.
What you got?
I have no idea.
Oh, that is the Vaporizer. At the end of this turn, you may trash a card from your discard pile or play area. Return this card to the box. Do you have any stumbles
Awesome.
in there?
I might. If not, like, discarding hack is fine.
Yeah.
Okay, and then...
Oh, this should have been replaced.
So I'm going to go back and take
we
this
would've
over
had it.
here.
We would have had an attack, so we
Okay.
didn't replace.
Yeah, well, we should do that.
Let's attack. There was no Clank, so
Right.
it's 3. Oh, Dr. Whiskers is evil.
Oh, it's mostly
Oh.
me.
Choose
It is
one.
on me.
Health or the boss attacks.
Yes, so you can make him attack everybody, like a jerk. Or you can heal yourself.
Oh, that's
he's-
awesome.
he's
His
pretty
kind may be tasty to some alien life forms, but no one snacks on the Imperial mascot. Dr. Whiskers.
At PAX, they
Oh.
actually had Dr. Whiskers enamel pins, the little cat head in the spaceship, or
Nice.
space helmet.
good. Okay.
So Nolan has a lot of stuff he can do. He's taken 1 move so far, or have you done the
You
rest of
did
it?
one.
I've done all my moves. So
Done all
I'm
your
going to pick
moves.
up the Psychic Master for 5, and I've got 3 left. I'm going to grab the Would Be Gone. And
2 new cards.
And you done?
yep. And then I also...
Door hack?
because of the
hack?
secret, I get to trash
And
something.
an Android.
And another Android Runaway. No negatives. Alright,
Where are we trashing? Oh, discard. Thank you.
I'll just put it over here with the other
Right,
trash
with- yep.
player cards.
Good call.
That'll just make it easier for me to sort at the end.
Right.
Alright. So, importantly, I have my scramble for my 1 move, so I can move here and pick up this 30 artifact,
Mm-hmm.
which makes him angry, which puts a bounty hunter over there for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Then I have
Night Netters, thanks for
Phaser.
coming.
Netters.
and 3 hacks. So I have 2 attack, which does me no good now that it's an errata bot and not a goblin. But I have 5 buy. Buying another door hack is not bad, except I'm in a security room, so I won't gain the benefit of the acquire.
I think Cena's trying to eat her food wobbler, but there's no food in it. She's just licking all the food dust out.
Let me see here.
She
Do I
might be
have?
hungry. A little bit.
I don't have any greens. Or anything that triggers off of green. I do, however, have a power crystal. I'm going to buy Dr. Whiskers, because why not? I don't want anybody else to have Dr. Whiskers, is basically what it comes down to.
Dr. Whiskers can hang out with your renegade hacker.
Yes. Dr. Whiskers is not going to be used except to get me out of this place.
Mm-hmm.
And that's everything I can do, so we'll draw.
A traitor.
On arrival, everybody gets a Clank.
Jerk.
So clanky.
Informing us
Okay.
on us.
I have a stumble. Because of course I do. And then I have a scramble and a memory core, which doesn't help, and 3 skill. So I move here, and there's things that are gone, so that's helpful. And then I have 3 skill, which can't get me much.
Wow.
And
Just throw your phone.
teleporting, you can always
I'll
use the
take this
teleport
door
stone,
hack,
or it's one time use.
which when
No,
I acquire
it's
gives me
permanently
2
for the rest of the
movements.
game. It's just
So
that when you use them,
1,
you're dizzy, so you can't move any
2?
further after you use them.
No.
Can you teleport out of the command line?
Yes, absolutely. That's my
Yes.
plan, Steve. You've caught on to my crafty strategy
Yeah.
of run out of the command module using teleporters.
Cool. I think I'm done.
Another traitor.
Everybody, just 1 more Clank,
Yep.
because we don't have nearly enough Clank
My
out there yet.
imprisoned pilot is going to let me draw a card, which is another hack. So I only have 4. Oh, and then I get another one from my stumble.
Where did the bounty cube come from?
Moving
Here.
on.
Oh, got it.
So I have
When I picked up the artifact, he got mad.
1 move. I think I have to do this. I'm going to drop my thing, which gives me 2 more Clank.
You're
Yeah.
dropping your thing.
You do have to do that.
Yeah.
It is required to win to have a chance at winning the game.
And then I'm going to just use my 1 move to go there. And then with my 4 move, I have to get a traitor.
Your 4 skill, you mean.
4 skill.
You're not buying people with move. That would be... Although, if you could...
Psychic Master.
Alright, you all set, Steve?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm drawing a card from my exterminator. Great.
I love the idea of buying people with move. Of course, that creates some negative images.
Wonderful. So I've got 3 Clank. Jeez. And then I've got a move and 6 skill and 4 fight. So I'm going to use 1 to ignore that and move here.
Mhm.
And then... Oh, no, I have 2 move. Sweet. Okay. And then I'm going to use 2 more to ignore that. And
You're going to grab a dog? Or are you going for the 25? Are you settling for the Robo-Dog?
I think I'm going to settle for the Robo-Dog. I'm picking up the Robo-Dog.
He's angry.
Yep, he gets mad. Another bounty hunter.
Like you do.
And then I am going to use my 6 to pick up another Psychic Master.
Because no one wants us all to die.
I do.
It's true.
Another
Yeah.
Renegade Hacker! I love my Renegade Hacker. Alright.
That's Ed, right?
Yeah.
Ed, and then... Oh, that's awesome. And then
There is no Ein yet.
there's no Ein? Okay.
We haven't
We
seen
haven't
one.
found an Ein.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead
She's
and
like legit trying to get at.
play an Exterminator, draw a card.
Maybe just feed them.
Then I'm going to play Dr. Whiskers.
Speaking of Clank, I could feed her in that.
Yeah.
Dr. Whiskers gets rid of
maybe
my
not for
2
thematic
Clank. So if I could have my 2 white cubes back.
Yeah.
And because I have a Power Crystal, he will also heal me 1 if I could get rid of that. I told you I wasn't going to attack you guys with him.
God. You're just so privileged this turn.
Then I'm going to play my Trophy Hunter to get rid of 2 more Clank, which I don't have. Then a Phaser, an Access, and a Boldly Go. So I have 3 move, 6 attack, and 1, 2, 3,
Steven
4,
and I are not
5.
doing very well.
So I am going to use my 3 move to move here, heal 1, and then my last 2 move will get me to that security room. So I now have no damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have 6 attack, which I will defeat the goblin twice, which will get me, what, 6?
6 credits.
6 credits. And that is it. I've used all my move. I could use my buy. I have 4 buy. Do I want to use any of my buy?
In the bathroom. Nope. In the bathroom.
I'm not going to get another Renegade Hacker because that would just be mean. What does the trader do?
Each opponent gets +2 Clank.
Oh, that's really mean.
Treacherous.
But he's orange. And I already have orange to trigger him. Yeah, we'll take a trader. I don't think it's going to help, but we'll take a trader.
You took my trader!
There's another one!
Phantom Agent!
Or there was.
Okay.
Somebody else bought the other trader?
Steve did.
Oh, well.
Android
both
Assistant.
traders.
I
In the
could
kitchen.
stumble again.
Well, now I'm really glad I bought the trader, because that means Steve doesn't have the trader.
Great. I have
I really love these
a
trader
Android
mechanics.
Runaway, and I have Boldly Goes. If I discard my faction card, I can teleport, and then I will have a move of 4, which is great, actually.
Okay.
Because I can ignore security points. So I'm going to do that, because my Android Runaway lets me ignore security points.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So I will move 1. I have no attack. 2, picking up that. Hey, it's stabbies. I have attack. Oh, I do have attacks. I have this.
You now have 4
Um,
attack.
Well, but then I'll do 3, 4. I will activate the thingy, getting 2 points.
Yay, 2
I also get a power crystal,
Yes.
and I will teleport
Was
out
that
of-
your second cube? Yes, it was.
Yeah,
So he
I
gets
get
mad.
and I get a command token.
So the blockade goes up.
So
if
you
you
can no longer...
You can no longer go to that space.
And then I will use my teleport
The monorail.
to teleport here.
Yes. No more hyperlift for us, Nolan. I'm glad I
But we
didn't.
can still take it to here, right?
Yeah, I'm glad I didn't head that way.
Great. Okay, cool. And then I will do other things, including I have a buy of 7. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the Renegade Hacker and
Is the dog
another
there? The dog's
Android
name?
Runaway.
Dang it. I don't know. Was there a
I don't know.
joke in there?
There's Nibbler is the dog.
Yes. I think they're talking about the Doctor Who robot dog, is what they're trying to reference.
Oh, I don't know. Oh.
But
I think the robot dog is the dogger. Yeah, I think it's canine.
It's canine.
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
canine.
it's totally canine. You're,
Okay.
I can.
as opposed to...
It's totally canine.
where's Daggett from?
Don't know.
Is it Battlestar Galactica, the original? I can't remember. And somebody saying something about white privilege, maybe, because I am playing white.
Maybe.
After you did all that stuff and got all your cubes back, I was just like, you're so privileged.
That's
true.
like that.
Hey, bud.
You are correct, sir.
We are by 4 or 5.
Oh
Wow.
my gosh, one more.
Crystal Thief. Draw a card for each power crystal you have.
4.
4 cubes. Here's where I take all my damage again.
Probably gonna be me.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Lots of neutrals.
Wow.
Well, that canceled out one space captain, or
This was my
space
hand?
pirate.
No, this is my dot. Right? Yes. Okay.
It's me. Did you
Yes.
get the Renegade Hacker?
Yes.
Awesome.
Information Broker. Look at the top, because I have pirates. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Draw one and discard the other. Information Broker. Look at the top 2 cards of your deck. Draw one and discard the other. Well, I guess I'll just do the phaser.
Perfect.
And then if there's
This
a
is
prisoner
working
in my
out very
play
well.
area, discard pile.
There
I
is.
guess 3 more.
Gosh, that card is
It
insane.
is the best card.
I thought my Renegade Hacker was really good, letting me constantly cull stuff, but 3 victory points every time it comes around is gross.
Attack of 4. I guess.
So you could kill an iPod.
I think I should just kill the Eradibot.
Well, you have an attack of 4. You could kill both.
I did not know there was
Oh.
an indie yarn dyer called Once Upon a Corgi. That is
I will
awesome.
do that, so I will get.
Please don't. I don't need more yarn. Please, please.
I'll just get 5 and then.
I
plus 1
worked
to
very hard on getting my yarn collection
So,
down.
iPod
And then whenever
dice?
my mom
Yep,
comes to town, we
iPod's
always
dead.
buy yarn. So it's a problem.
All right.
And then
There's like a thing of
will
yarn
use-
right
I
behind
have
me.
1, 2.
Even. I could just start
1, 2,
knitting
Oh,
a hat
the
right
iPod
now.
flipped out at the
7,
beginning
8,
of Steve's
9,
turn.
10, 11, 12.
Yes.
So all of us should have put 1 Clank out there at the
Oh,
beginning of
okay.
Steve's turn.
Oh, sorry.
It's all good.
Buy of 12. What do I want?
12! Well, the Professor and the Crystal Thief look pretty decent as
I
in
give
a
you
Bible.
points.
The Baron is not bad.
If you could get out.
Worth 5 victory points if you get it.
I think I need to get the Baron to get moved. So that's
Oh,
5,
sorry.
and I have 7 left.
Bang, bang, yeah.
7
Yeah,
left.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
So you could get a Crystal Thief, which would give you a Power Crystal.
Oh! Okay, I missed that. Yes, I will do that then.
Does the acquire give you a power
Yeah.
crystal?
Yeah.
There's only 1 Power Crystal left, although there is a 6th Power Crystal on the board somewhere.
Physically?
Yeah,
Oh,
secret, one of the
hidden.
secrets. And I think Tiffany has something.
Princess Helena, Helia?
And we're attacked. So Clank in the bag.
Look, I have one job. Battlestar Galactica,
Oh,
not...
we got attacked.
Oh,
Yes.
Princess
Yeah.
Daggett. Oh, yeah.
Daggett from
Daggett.
the original Battlestar
Yeah,
Galactica.
yeah.
So I was right. Cool.
There's a dyer on Etsy who dyes yarn inspired by board games. Like, her Castles of Burgundy one is just gorgeous, and I want it, but I don't. So, and there's a Race for the Galaxy one, and just, yeah.
So the Castles of Burgundy yarn is more attractive than Castles of Burgundy.
Sorry,
Yes.
I should have used my 1 move
To cheat?
to cheat.
To cheat?
It was on my Underworld contact. I
Steven
do
Target.
actually need to move, so I was going to use my key and my teleport
To cheat.
to cheat.
You have
and
to use
go-
a move to teleport.
Oh, okay.
Just do that.
You can move to the teleport.
Okay,
But
then I'll
Just
do
do
that.
You're all set.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's done.
as
He's
set
done
as he
cheating.
can be.
He's done cheating.
Alright.
He still has to get his second data cube out.
Let's see. So I've
Poor
got
Steve.
5 move. So I'm going to go...
I have 5 movies.
And I also have 2 attack.
Yes, so you're going to ignore those 2 guys.
Yep. And then 2 to move here. I get one of these. Sweet. And then... So that's
What did
2.
you just pick up?
I just picked up health.
No, the dog.
Oh, gotcha.
Sorry.
Great.
You got a whole bag of something?
It's the cable management clips.
Great.
The chair's gonna fall.
They got caught by the carpet.
You called it.
Where were they?
It's been a day.
It's
It's on. It's just on
Two.
the entertainment unit or the table.
3, 4.
Yeah, you can do that.
Yep.
Can't move any further, but that's
Right.
pretty darn good.
There were 2 Chewies dogs. Where did they go?
All right.
In their
I've got
bellies.
4 by.
Really? I'm pretty sure.
Don't have any.
Remember, that's why we started
But
buying
I do
the
need to
like
trash
knotted
something.
ones
So
You can get a Phantom
because it
Agent
would slow them down.
for
I'm gonna
4.
Right. Yeah.
Another Phantom Agent.
Steve's crawling around the floor looking for the dog's chewies,
And
and
are
Zena
you
thinks
trashing
that they're
anything?
playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna trash the security officer.
You are a jerk.
I know.
Nobody gets to get rid of Clank.
Right.
Says no one.
I want people to die.
Well,
I am a murder twin.
I can understand that. but
part of the murder.
part of the murder twins.
Yes.
That includes the other players. It's
Right.
good to know.
Drop it.
Well, the other players'
Drop it.
characters.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Yeah,
Okay.
she's gonna be getting a walk
So
later.
we're gonna flip 2 out. So another nibbling beast
Cute.
Drop it. Ah, drop it.
and an imprisoned resistor, which will trigger an attack. Oh man, that's brutal.
Alright, 1. Oh, Tony.
2,
Nolan.
drop it.
Nobody.
4.
Nolan.
So Nolan twice.
Nolan's
Man.
getting beat up.
Nolan has to get out of here before he dies.
The dog camera, we tried. We gotta get a better
Oh,
computer.
put mine up on that track.
At some point, we're just
And the
gonna
black.
replace this light
If we
and
can
build
put the
like a
black
suspended
out of the way.
frame with cameras. It'll be a thing.
All right, so my turn. So I have a light scooter, I have a boldly go, and then I have 3 hacks. So I have 5
Oh,
buy and 3
sorry.
move.
Sorry to interrupt. Do I have to use my secrets on my turn?
Yes.
I'm
I
gonna do
believe
that.
so.
I'm gonna do that if you don't mind. I didn't realize.
Yes,
that. Is
during
that
your
alright?
turn.
Okay, I'm gonna heal for 4.
That's a good.
a good idea.
That's a good move. Very, very intelligent. So I have 3 move. I'm going to use 1 to move to the teleporter. I'm going to use 2 to come visit Steve.
Hey!
I can't move any further because now I'm sick. I have 5 buy. Is anything here going to help me get out? Not the imprisoned resistor. Not the imprisoned pilot. No, none of those are going to help me get out.
She finished eating?
Yes.
Oh, I guess I can see each of them.
I am not going to buy anything. I'm just going to end my turn there.
Okay. I'm gonna do Crystal Runner.
5, 1, 2,
So return a crystal for 5 points.
Yep.
Which is great. And I actually have 5 points in singles. And then I will do Registry
All the
Hack
single
to
points.
trash 3 programs, which I already prepped
Oh, you're
to make my turn go faster.
good job.
And then I have the Helpful Prodigy! Everybody put a Clank in! Yay! Wesley, you're the best! And then I have Access and a Nibbling Beast, which is great.
Great. She
Great.
says.
I have a movement of 3, and then I'll run into a security thing anyway. Or I could go up and get the 5-point thing, which makes it harder for Steve to get out. So I think I'll do that. So 1, get this secret. Oh, hey, it's an extra movement. 2, and I'll pick up this, the Game Boy, which makes him mad. And so
Yeah.
we have 2 bounty hunters.
2 more bounty hunters. All the bounty hunters are in the bag.
All the bounty hunters. All the bounty hunters.
We're gonna die.
That's what they sing when they come in.
All the bounty hunters. Yes.
They're just, yeah, okay. And then that was
All
1,
the bounty
2,
hunters, put your hands up.
So,
3. Hey, more movement. And then 4.
Yeah.
2. There, 4 being I discarded that one.
Mhm.
And then I'm stuck because it's a security thing and it's cool anyway. But I have 2 attack, which is useless.
Because somebody got rid of the security officer, but yeah.
Yeah, it's great. And then I have one skill. Also, this technically got trashed. Because it's Anne.
Yes, you may trash this. That's correct.
So that's my turn. Sad face. Couldn't buy anything.
My turn?
Yeah.
I have a boldly go. I found it. It was in my deck. I'm gonna draw a card. Thanks. Oh, draw another card.
All those prisoners drawn in cards.
Stumble.
Of course you found your stumble.
I did find my stumble. Great. But let's see. I have a buy of 5 and a move of 2. I will That makes me sad. I will teleport here. Oh, I'm dizzy anyway.
You're dizzy anyway.
And then with that buy of 5.
When I leave the ship, do in my cubes come up after that? Do you redraw them?
No, they're
Oh,
just
yeah,
ignored
just
like
ignored?
black
I want you
cubes.
guys to die faster.
Well, they will as they come out of the bag.
Yeah, that's fair.
We'll draw 4 cubes every time your turn comes up.
5 now.
Well, it's only 4, regardless of what the track says.
Oh, every time my turn comes
Every
up?
time your turn comes up, he will attack for 4 cubes. It's going to happen for my turn, too, so, like, it would be 4 cubes for your turn, 4 cubes for my turn, and then they could keep going.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it gets really bad really quick. It's one of the reasons I actually prefer this over regular Clank,
Yeah.
because at regular Clank, if you escape, it puts the game on a timer.
Right.
There's X number of turns left before the game just ends and
Yeah.
everybody dies.
Yeah,
This one, everybody has to actually run out of hit points to die.
right.
But it's very
Or
likely
the
that they
deck-
will.
Well, the deck won't.
Yeah,
but-
or the deck could run out. It's very unlikely the deck will run out because we aren't going to buy cards as fast as we try to run out.
Right.
But
Couldn't you just...
Binders of Wisdom. Thanks
bye-bye.
for swinging through.
I think I need to get a Nibbling Beast and a Bulby-Go, because I don't have enough move.
Okay.
Alright.
Can you just alter the rules of regular Clank? Or is there some sort of, like, component that you need?
You could technically alter the rules of regular Clank to do it that way. There would be
no.
nothing
Cool.
extra you would need.
It's the Judo lightsaber.
Jidu
Laser
Laser
sword.
Sword.
It's a
Yeah.
laser sword, not a lightsaber. We don't want to be sued on the stream.
I've got
I mean, I won't.
draw a card off of Phantom Agents, Exterminator to draw a card.
Although laser sword is what Lucas originally wanted to call them.
4, 10.
Laser sword's more words, syllables.
Where are we?
Well, in addition, it's not nearly as cool sounding, which
4
is
move.
Lightsaber.
pretty much Lucas
Laser
in a
sword.
nutshell.
I guess
2,
it's the same.
3.
Yay, no one's going away that's not the way I'm going.
I'm just sad off-brand Chewbacca hasn't come
9.
up yet.
Yeah, I know, right?
I'm sure we'll like go through the entire deck.
He will come up.
I'm gonna grab this guy.
I don't know if they'll do a modular expansion
And
for the
it's 2
original
Clank.
game.
I don't know that they will either.
Yeah, that's not really Renegade's style.
And then also
I mean,
the
they've
Junior
already
Sword.
released Sunken Treasures for the original one, and it's a whole separate board
Yeah.
with 2
For
different
attack,
boards.
I'm gonna defeat the... There, can I grab the...
For
yeah,
3.
thank you.
There you go.
I am all set.
It's a furry smuggler!
There he is.
That's Chewbacca.
Oh, if you have a contraband, you just get 3 victory
You just get
points.
3 points every time you play him, yes. And he gets the move, and we have the acoustic spanner, which is not a sonic screwdriver. Just saying.
Oh man, I need all of those.
I need the furry smuggler.
Alright,
What?
so I'm going to play a memory core, which does nothing.
I mean, you could go put the Smurry Fuggler.
Smurry Fuggler!
Okay.
Whoa!
The furry smuggler
So,
suit on.
scramble,
Because we have one. It's in the
only
attic
go, phaser,
by
and
the
door
sewing machine because it needs to be fixed.
So,
I don't think it's funny good.
So here's what I'm going to do, which is actually pretty cool, because I didn't think I was going to get to trigger this, and I am. So, I am going to use I have 4 buy. I'm going to use it to buy the acoustic spanner, which will let me trash a program in my play area or discard pile, which will activate my door hack to give me extra movement.
Yeah.
So we'll trash a hack.
See, how was dinner?
So now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 move, 2 attack. I've already used my buy. So we're going to do 1 move. I ignore that because I have 2 attack. 2 move. 3 move. I'll ignore that because that's my second attack. I will gain a power crystal. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. I will go ahead and take the 1 damage, because I can afford to right now, and take the secret, which is 2 more victory points. I like it. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 2 more moves. So I'm going to move 1, and then I will move into this security room and heal 1. And I can't move any further in the security room, so I took a damage and I healed the damage. And that's where I'm at. Almost out.
Okay. Oh, sorry.
Almost
Replenish. Vault guard. Yeah, android assistant to draw a card. Hey guys, it's the helpful prodigy. He's the best.
So we all put Clank in.
Yeah.
Yes, we all put
I
a
put one
Clank
in for Steve. But that means that I can teleport to an adjacent space.
Yes.
I also have a collector and 3 hacks. So I have a buy of 6. And I can teleport and I have 1 movement, which is great. So I guess I can do 1 movement and then teleport.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. I was hoping for a more interesting turn.
Well, you
Yay, the furry smuggler's here!
Amazing.
I just really gotta quickly.
If you buy that, I'll end you.
If you buy that, wow!
I really wanted those.
Do
But I
you
have
have-
the contraband.
You have the contraband.
I mean, you have contraband too.
I'll eventually forgive you.
You
can't.
Because you went upstairs
I mean,
and got the
you should
costume.
probably let the Wookiee win.
I will buy the professor instead.
Quote of the night.
Oh my god.
You should probably let the Wookiee win.
There's a killbot, y'all.
Oh, do we get an? We got an attack.
Yeah.
There's a killbot, y'all.
We have a good
Alright.
we have a good spaceship crew if there's a killbot y'all is getting thrown around.
We got a killbot, y'all. Like, just offhanded, like I'm bored with these killbots.
We got a killbot, y'all coming in. Alright. Your hand looks a lot like just a handful of cats. I'm just
A handful of cats.
You're playing so thematically.
No, I mean okay. They're cats with
nobody, Tony, Nolan, me, and a
Everybody.
bounty. Yep.
Everybody takes
Oh, wow.
one. So, all those
So-
will go up, and everybody takes a damage. And the bounty cube will just hang out there until the next time we trigger an attack.
Wow.
I should definitely have healed on my turn. I can only heal 1.
It's time to get the heck out of Dodge.
I'll pull a Nolan instead.
That's okay. I should have bought a med kit on my way through the market, and I didn't.
Alright.
Oh well.
Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Oof.
Is there anything that stops bounty hunters in the game at all?
Nothing. They will just murder everybody over time. There are 4 of them in the bag, so
Right.
Okay, so
eventually that'll be all you
Space
draw, and
Pirate,
everybody just takes damage
Pass.
every turn.
4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I'll
Except
get
you
the
and I
furry
have a
smuggler.
chance of getting out either this turn or next turn.
Definitely.
I think I have 2 turns to get out, just because of security rooms. I think you probably have 2 turns as well, but
I
we'll
do
see.
also, yeah.
Oof.
No,
Okay.
let's see. I'm gonna defeat the killbot just for.
You don't have a key, do you?
I do.
No, you do.
I do have a key. So I could get out this turn.
You could get out this turn if you have enough move.
If I had any move.
Ah.
If you had enough move, you could get out.
Nolan.
My turn? Cool. Well, I do have some draws, so we'll see what I get.
Yeah.
Okay, that works. I
Draw
got
all
a security
of
card. Draw 2. Yeah, cool. Alright.
Teleport with Steve too. I don't
Let's
know.
see. So that's I generate a Clank, and that's 5,
That was
6,
6
7.
moves.
Can you
Teleport
replenish
with
the?
Steve. I don't understand, Jeremiah, what you're saying.
Is he talking about me?
I have no idea.
1,
It's
2,
Hubba the Yort.
3, 4.
So first we're gonna go 1,
Oh god.
2, 3,
Hubba the Yurt.
4.
And it's wearing Leia's bikini.
Defeat 4 Clank. Steal an item from the market that you don't already have.
He's right. It
I'm
was
gonna-
6 moves. I'm actually here, so I need to re-damage myself.
I'm gonna take a
Good catch.
a damage for I think.
Oh wait, but we had to replenish and we got attacked. Right? Because you said please replenish after Steve's turn?
Yes.
Yes. So we
Okay.
had a thingy. So just pause for a sec. Tony and Olin take punches to the face.
Yes.
And me! That's not
I may
fair.
die before I get out.
Okay, now Nolan, you may continue
Now I'm really hurt.
with your escape.
All right.
Off in a flash.
So I've got 4 attack.
Yeah, I
I'm so
should have.
happy. We got this for you.
I should have
I
bought
got,
a
I got the furry smuggler.
med kit
We
in
bought
the
this from
market.
Sue's, didn't we?
I screwed up.
Might be Maggie. Oh yeah, it was Maggie. That's so
I screwed up so bad.
Just send her a screenshot.
Okay, I'm gonna take that damage. I'm gonna defeat.
Uh,
So this is just steal an item.
Oh
Which is fine because it's worth points.
+4 Clank though for
Yes.
everybody or no?
Just for me.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna steal this item.
That you don't have already.
Yep,
So
which
you're
is
gonna
a
steal a
med
med kit.
Yep, and I get to heal 2.
I should have bought a med kit on my way through the market. I'm gonna die now. Oh well.
Ideally.
Nolan is 2 moves away.
I'm definitely gonna die because I can't get out this turn. So
Oh, okay.
I can get out next turn.
Knock on pine.
And then I've got
Okay.
7. So I'm going to pick up the...
Resistor.
Resistor.
+2 Clank.
Yeah.
Okay. Imprisoned soldier.
Or getting attacked.
Oh, did you have more buy?
Oh, I have 7. I'm sorry. I don't want to buy that. I'm just buying a memory core.
Yeah.
Great. Okay.
So we're still flipping out one and still getting attacked.
Door sentient.
So now I die.
I mean, maybe. Teleport to white box, to curved white box, 2 to white
Yeah.
with blue, to
Yeah,
white
I
circle
fixed
the
it.
next white with hex, and then to heal spot. I don't know. I think he's saying you may have pulled it up. I don't know. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Okay. Steve, everyone, Nolan, me, and Steve.
Oh.
He's right. I could move somewhere. I could move somewhere to the market to heal, or I
Tony
could
did not die, but
did
actually
not.
everyone took a damage.
Yeah,
Everybody-
I put mine on.
bounty hunters are horrible. I'm still probably gonna die.
Oh god, I just gotta get to the cargo shuttle.
So it's my turn.
Yes.
All right.
Please don't kill me.
I'm not going to kill
Well,
you.
Tony, you can just get in here and score, right?
Yeah.
I
You don't
have-
have to get out. You just
Well,
get into this area.
Yes, I will score, but I really want the 20 points for the
Right.
escape pod.
He moves 6, not 5. Okay, yeah, we
Yeah,
ended it.
We
Jeremiah.
fixed it. We fixed it.
Thanks.
All right. So thieving menace, which will take -2 clank, which I don't have any. Actually, I want to play my stumble first, so I have a clank and then get rid of it. I didn't see that I had it. And then I have 2 phasers and a renegade hacker, which the renegade hacker does nothing this round except activate this, which means I have 3 move.
Yep.
3 move and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 buy.
Nice.
I'm not going to buy anything in the market because I don't want to be
You can get to the
attacked.
cargo
So
base.
I'm going to spend my 7 to buy a memory core because points are good.
Yes. And then 1, 2, 3.
Points are good. Being attacked is not good. Yes, and then 1, 2, 3 in the security room. Pray to God this is healing.
Yeah.
It is not. It's a cull.
Something was dropped.
Is it those things?
Oh, yeah.
It lets me vaporize a card from my discard pile or play area. I'm going to vaporize my other stumble.
That's nice.
Oh.
Yeah.
And
Did
that's
someone use
all I
their
can do.
of this to get 2 points?
No.
Or- no.
You just hold on.
No, it's just there's one.
I used it to buy my item.
Oh, you can do that? Okay.
Yeah, it
It's not just
spends
anything.
just like money. And that's my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, cool. Enter an assistant to draw a card. Yay, it's Nibbly here.
Please don't let me
Nibbler.
die.
And then I have a boldly go and an access and a stumble.
Nolan, just leave.
which
I'm going to.
Just leave.
which makes me sad. And then a memory core, which is just points. Points.
I might not be making it out.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I'm
Mike.
thinking that's it's unlikely,
So I have
considering
a
where you
five,
are. Although you do have a teleporter.
two,
I have to drop that other cube though.
Yes.
which will be useless.
Jesus.
And
Well, you can teleport to one of
I
the
have
other
I have 3
areas.
movement. So I'll go 1, 2, 3 to heal 1, please.
Yep.
Okay.
And then I actually have. I'm in a security checkpoint,
You are.
so I can do.
You're gonna kill the
I'm
vault
gonna
guard.
use these 2 to kill this vault guard to get 5 points. Because if I do make it to the cargo bay, that'll be useful.
And now we get attacked. I'm sure. What do we got?
How did I get another damage? Or I put one
Bounty
on for,
hunter.
Yep.
I put
we get attacked.
I put one
You
on for
drew
me
one out of
already.
the bag.
Oh, we
One
drew.
came out of the bag.
We get attacked.
No, but
so
I
your
put one
cube,
from the
your
bounty
cube
hunter
goes in.
And 1 came out of the
Tiffany.
bag of your color.
Yeah, I
Tiffany.
put both of those
Your
on.
cube goes in.
Oh, well, where did the one from the bag come from?
What?
So the one in my hand that was from the bag,
What?
I put it there.
Oh, is this a different attack?
I don't know,
There
but,
was one where it was a bounty hunter and my color, and I put both of those on.
but you shouldn't have put one from here. If I
From the
drop,
bounty hunter.
yes, but you're saying you put whatever.
You're saying you
If
put
it's
2
up
on,
there,
you
I
should
didn't.
only put
No,
1 on.
oh, you were Chewbacca-ing, and we had damage. And I
When you
and
were
I
putting
did
the
it.
Chewbacca on.
Okay.
You were not here, and I damaged you. Okay. Teleport doesn't count as a move, though, right? It does.
It does.
Yes.
Don't kill me.
Okay.
Don't kill me. Don't kill me.
5.
Don't kill me.
Nolan, Steve, no one, Steve died,
Did I die?
and Tony.
I really think you put an extra one on.
I put one on when you were not here
So-
because we all got attacked by
Yeah,
bounty
no one
hunter.
on.
You were
And-
not here.
There was an attack after it that I put 2 on.
Did you take 2 from your supply?
Just 1.
Then it's fine. Unless there was the only time I grabbed one of your cubes and put it up there was you were not here and there was a
Alright.
bounty.
Got it.
So it's Nolan now.
So I am dead.
Yeah, you're out of the game.
Yeah.
You're dead. Let me.
Yeah.
Did you take your turn before you
Oh,
died?
shit.
It happened.
No!
It happened
If he's dead, does he do it?
I think everybody gets attacked.
Oh,
then.
God.
That's what we're gonna see.
Oh,
Because I did not get my turn.
Correct.
It's getting intense.
There's a lot of cubes in there.
Yeah.
The getaway. Let's see.
You did a very good job, Jeremiah. Just give it a word.
You lose the competition.
I think, isn't it if you only... I thought it was only if you escaped.
Once they leave an escape pod or knocked out, they no longer take regular turns. They add no more Clank to the Clank area. Cards that affect all players don't affect them. They take no damage from cubes drawn from the boss bag. Instead, whenever they would take a turn, they take all the cubes in the Clank area, put them in the boss bag, shake the bag up, and draw 4 cubes, regardless of what it says on the range.
Or
So Steve is now going to kill both
Because
me
that
and Nolan.
happened. Yeah, I didn't take a
Oh
turn.
my
because I died.
God. Just...
Oh my god!
Oh my
Oh my god! None of us died!
So Steve's is ignored.
Holy shit!
Steve's is ignored. Tiffany goes on there. She's 1 away from death.
As am I.
And Nolan's 1 away from
Oh,
death.
this is
We're
so
all
great.
1 away from death.
Okay.
Oh god.
This is so great. Alright, I'm gonna heal because why not? And I'm gonna try to.
Gonna heal because
yeah.
you jerk.
Just to rub it in. And then, so I do have 2 move and 2 attack, but I am also going to. Oh, yeah.
You're gonna buy stuff.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna try and kill you
Damn
guys.
it.
So I've got
such
4
a
attack.
jerk.
First, I'm gonna attack him there, and that gives me 3. So.
He's such a jerk.
Please, no one kill me. If no one kills me, I'll be fine.
Yes, I know, right?
What did you eat?
Man,
Miss
I-
Liquor?
What didn't she eat? Alright.
That's 5. You know what?
Oh my
I really want to see how the scores play out. So I'm gonna.
I think I'm dead anyway.
I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna escape. I'm not gonna buy anything.
You can buy a
But-
memory core? Do you have 7?
I don't.
Oh.
I have 5 or 6 or something.
Nolan, you were very kind, but it's not going to help me because I'm looking at my
you
hand
could
now.
get something that just gets you victory points.
Well,
I
no,
know, and I'm not going to. But if I
Sorry,
don't
yeah.
win by points, I'm gonna rub it in afterwards that I could have.
That you
Like if I lose by 4 points,
Well,
I'm gonna rub it in
No,
afterwards.
it's okay. I'm gonna die anyway
oh god.
All right.
because you're gonna see what happens now. So, memory core does nothing.
Mhm.
Hack.
Okay.
Trophy Hunter gets rid of 2 Clank, which I don't have. Phaser. And a Boldly Go, which is 1 move, but I need 2 to get to the escape pod. So I cannot actually leave.
Oh
So, I can kill the
You can
goblin
go get
once
2
for
more
3
points. You can go get 2 more points.
Yeah, I can kill the goblin with some of my attack to
Mhm.
get
3
3 points, and then I can move to the next room to get 2 points, which will give me 5 points. But I'm not out, which means I'm going to die before my next turn.
Okay.
There's no way I get out now.
Renegade Hacker
4, 5.
to
If I bought that
trash something
stupid
in my
med kit on the
discard.
way out.
which is great. So there's a hack. Gone. And then Crystal Runner to sell a crystal for 5 points. And then I have
I hope you get out.
I have a Boldly Go and 2 Android Runaways, but I don't have the right faction. So I can do 1, 2, 3, and then I can discard my last movement
Nice.
token to be
In the security room.
in the secure room in the cargo bay. So even if I die,
Yeah, we will score points.
We
Both
will
of us
score
will score
points.
points, but Nolan may be the only one who gets an escape
Yeah.
pod. And now Steve
then-
kills us both.
well, no, hang on. I have a buy of 8.
So you're going to buy more and kill us
Buy
even
the
worse?
memory core.
The memory core just to have, yeah.
That's
that
5
makes-
points.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Now Steve can kill
Now
us.
Steve kills us both.
Great.
Alright.
So you draw 4 cubes. I'm dead.
Tony's dead.
Doesn't do it.
Nolan doesn't
No,
matter.
It doesn't matter.
I'm dead
Tony's
again.
extra dead.
No way. Well, I guess. Yeah.
I'm
crap.
still alive.
That's okay. You now have to
You-
survive
you still have
Nolan's
to survive-
turn and my
You
turn.
still have to survive 4 more.
No,
And 8 more.
8 more because I'm dead now too.
Jesus. Okay.
I mean, you still have a lot of cube
Yep, that's
out.
it. That's
Yeah.
the game.
Game
Right,
over.
that's
That's
the
the
game.
game. Okay.
Everybody's corpses are in the cargo bay.
But all of us get to score points except for Steve.
Poor Steve.
And Nolan has 20 extra.
So there are little green circles on your cards. You count up the points from those in your deck, and then any additional points that you might have picked up while traversing the ship.
I just want to see how many points I got.
Yes.
Yes, you totally should.
You totally killed on points, you just didn't
Get a thing.
get out.
Because I would have had to get an artifact to get any points, right? Like, I couldn't have just gone back to
Correct.
cargo bay and died.
Correct.
Because then I'd also get...
Yes. You wouldn't get any fame or glory and whatever organization we are in trying to defeat. We're like trying to defeat the bad guy together, but also kill each other. I don't get it.
No, we're
Um,
just trying to get in and get out, and we're getting in each other's way.
Is this whose hand is this? Is this yours?
No.
It's mine. I have another. There's another symbol.
That's 5.
Okay.
Okay. I did have a healing thing, but I could have only healed 1, so I still would have been dead.
Oh, because it was 2 cubes.
But I could have healed 1 cube. I wasn't paying attention very well, obviously.
The Baron did not score me any points.
If you would have bought that medkit and you could have healed,
Yeah, I
You
would
would've been fine.
have survived.
you would have survived.
Yeah, I screwed myself.
Oh man, I'm
Why
curious.
didn't
it's
you
all
buy...
good.
You said you didn't want to buy medkit 'cause you didn't
No,
want
I
to-
just
You
didn't
just
remember.
forgot.
I
Yeah.
walked through the room, and then I got
Got it.
preoccupied with the fact that I used too many movement, and didn't buy the med kit on my way through like I planned on. Which would have been 20 more points, but minus 7. I could have lived with minus 7.
Okay, I'm ready.
I'm ready. I'm
Okay,
born ready.
what do we got?
All right, Tony, I want to know yours.
89.
Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, because you
I
had
have the
30.
30
yeah,
artifacts.
Yeah. Okay, Steve.
I mean, not a lot, I think. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70.
That's more than me, and you don't have an artifact. So that's fine.
But I'm also dead.
You have 0, technically.
Yeah, technically. I have
Oh,
70,
yeah, you
I have
do,
70
you do.
brownie points.
You do
but-
have technically.
Yeah, you have
I have
70
0.
brownie points.
So,
Uh,
how much do you have?
I'm gonna do negative 70 for Steve's score.
Yeah.
I have 53.
Tony.
Yeah.
98.
98.
If
Yeah.
you
If I'd
would have
had
gotten
the
out,
20,
you
I
would
would've won.
You would have won.
It was that close. I was 1 space away, and I couldn't draw 2 moves. And my deck is full of
5,
move.
10.
You would have been 13 up, right? Oh, if you got in the med kit.
Yeah,
You'd have been
I would
13.
have. Yeah, I would have lost 7, but gained 20. But yeah, I would have won. Had I bought the med kit on the way out, I would have won.
And that's Clank in space, y'all.
Yeah.
Like it's space!
Oh my
Great.
god.
That was, yeah. Oh my gosh.
The nerd references made it for me personally. So there was that.
Yes, if no one kills me, I'll be fine. Is my battle cry? That's totally me.
Yeah. So, yay! Thank you, Tony, for bringing it and teaching it to us for sure.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, thoughts,
I-
opinions.
I think I liked it more
Feelings.
than regular Clank. Not because of all the nerd references, but I think just because of the end game. I don't know, just it being on the health timer, I think I liked better than just being like, it ends in 2 rounds.
It's
I
now
do like
over.
that better.
Yes, same here.
Oh man. This.
You've never played.
I've never played regular Clank.
Yeah.
But I've admired it from afar for a long time. I really love deck builders, so this game is probably like I need to play it more, but it might be like up there as my favorite deck builder.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like I mean, Dominion is really great, but I feel like it's I don't know, it's aged and it's there's definitely a lot more that you can do with deck building in this game.
Here's some old Legos.
definitely proves that.
Some phasers.
Yeah.
Also, like the
Some memory cards.
closest game that I've played that I know of that like uses the deck building mechanic kind of thematically,
Yeah.
and I love that because like that's what loses me in every deck building game. It's like, oh, the mechanic doesn't do anything. It's not thematic at all. It's just I'm you know, dirtling around with a mechanic.
I feel the mechanic doesn't really do anything in this one either.
It doesn't. I mean, not
Yeah.
really, but it's like. I like the randomness of adding Clank and things like that. Like, is a little bit more thematic. It's like it's closer than any other deck building game. I feel like of it feeling a little bit. Yeah, because like you make mistakes as you're like sneaking through a ship and things like that, and that's where like the stumbles come in and that sort of stuff. And I like it really does. You're right. It doesn't do much, but it's more than I feel like any other deck builder that I've played. I don't know. Here's that. Well, and then this is my starter. Yeah, thanks.
Cool.
10, and then
I don't know what was interesting was when I played the original Clank, it might have just been because Tiffany won Gangbusters because she used trashing to just zip through her deck.
I bought every trash card and every draw card I could.
Which there are not many in the original Clank. In an average game of Clank, 3 cards at the table are trashed. Whereas in Clank in Space, like there's a lot more trashing that happens.
But it's trashing programs.
Correct.
They did it smartly.
Yes.
I know that's true. So what happened was, at least my feeling after the original Clank was, you needed to focus on the deck builder, and the board movement was a distraction, especially because you could like grab there was an artifact that was super close to the exit. You could just grab it and go out.
Yes.
So
this has the passcode to address that. Run in, grab the 5, run out, and everybody's on a timer strategy.
Yeah.
And I think because of that, I didn't have that same feeling of like the board movement was the distraction. It was all about the deck building. Just in this, I know I've only played this once and Clank in Space once, but I felt like the deck building, the board movement and the deck building were harmonious, as opposed to just like, well, fuck, why wasn't I deck building? Sorry, Childs.
Normal Clank is easier. So the chat, Angela asked if either game is easier at Clank or this one, or if they're pretty much the same. And I agree with Jeremiah in the chat who said that Clank seems easier.
Yes.
Clank doesn't have the passcode thing, and then it also has less. There's like no teleports, and yeah, there's there's no faction thingies.
Yep. No
in
factions.
the decks. So normal Clank is easier, and I feel like it's more accessible for a casual gamer. Whereas this one I feel is more interesting for a power gamer or a hobby gamer, because it's a combination of different effects and mechanics that people are really used to if they play games regularly.
The expansion, the Sunken Treasures expansion for Clank, introduces some of the stuff that exists in this one into Clank, and the Sunken Treasures boards are a little bit more fancy than the standard Clank boards, but this one right out the gate, like, we can flip. Because the game's over, like, we can flip the module over, and it changes the layout completely.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And we can switch which one is where. They always line up. It changes
That's awesome.
the game.
Oh, there's directional.
Yeah, it changes the game drastically.
Oh,
so, to that point about it being, like, really great for hobby gamers or power gamers and things like that, like, I've played hundreds of games with, like, Ascension and Dominion and stuff like that, and I'm just, like, tired of that. And, like, this game introduces some fantastic new mechanics to deck building. And I think that's why I really like it a lot more. It's like it's super fresh. That's why I enjoyed it a lot to that point.
I really like it. There's this one has more going on, which does make it harder.
I don't enjoy the downtime between turns. I don't. But that's me.
Yeah, I wouldn't push to 5 players. I mean, I know it goes.
Well, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't think it would work well. At
It
5.
does have a solo version. This one it doesn't quite yet. Regular Clank does through their app. I've already... Direwolf, the co-publisher of Clank, has already said that they're going to add it to the app, so there will be a solo version of Clank in Space as well.
That's cool.
So you can play regular Clank solo already, and then you'll be able to play this that way. You can also use the proxy player that you're playing against as an extra player, if you want to fill out the player count. And yes, Clank is definitely faster.
Oh, yeah.
This one definitely takes longer because everybody has to die or
Everyone
get out.
has to die.
Yeah.
You know, everybody dies or everybody gets out, and that's the only end trigger. It's not, I got to this space on the board and now everybody dies automatically.
Yeah.
So.
Which I think it's probably just what your taste is or what works for
Yeah.
your group.
Or like
if,
the scale. Like, for sure.
If this game is always going on forever because someone in your group won't die, like that might be irritating. But
I don't know that it's possible to create something that won't die, but you can definitely create
time,
things
yeah.
that are resistant. Like
Yeah.
there's enough healing in the deck that if you were the only person to get it, and it's possible, I suppose.
Do these do this? I mean, I made them do it, but are they
think they probably
supposed
go
It's
to?
not how I
sideways.
store them.
I don't think they go in.
Nope.
I think they
I
go
think
this
they go
way.
that way. Yeah.
I did.
Do you flip the reverse these and
Yeah.
put them together?
Absolutely.
Put the thing
You got it.
down, flip it, and we'll see it.
Yep.
I was-
And the
I-
goblin's double
I
sided.
enjoyed this. I enjoyed this more than regular Clank, and I think it feels the tuning feels really good on this. I know it's probably a little.
I did enjoy it more
Yeah.
than and I think part of my enjoyment was the tuning and then like also the theme. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
seeing what would come out on cards made me happy.
Yes, standard Clank doesn't have nearly as many tropes in it. Like it's a fantasy game, but it doesn't include as many like direct references to things.
For the black
Yeah.
boots.
And this is very
in
much
there with the
tongue is
Lord
firmly in cheek.
yes,
Like they
Oh,
dialed
yeah.
it up. I think.
yeah. This is intentionally referencing as many things as possible.
And you kind of get that from the title, like in
Yeah.
space. Like
So
it's-
it gains
yeah.
that whole. I don't want to say Munchkin, but really that's what it is. It gains that whole Munchkin referential humor aspect
Yeah.
that the basic Clank doesn't have.
Yeah.
This is just me, and it's probably going to be an unpopular opinion, but I would like it a lot more if it had like its own world built around it and wasn't super tropey. But it
That
was so
is
yeah.
just you.
Yeah, it is totally just
No,
me.
I
Yep.
That's
No.
yeah, that's fair. Because it loses a bit of its own identity when it's like a all-in-one kind
Right.
of like parody references thing.
And the original was just ultra generic, so it wasn't like I don't know. It's 6 of one, half a
The
dozen of the
space
other.
station's breaking
And
up.
I mean,
Okay.
in a way, like at least with all the flavor text, a lot of it
Do
was
not like
it was
how
its
the board is
referencing how this
going on.
stuff went to its own world, but
Right.
it was still heavily tropey.
Exactly.
But it was.
I mean, criticism on this: the punch board is too well cut, and so they like cause the
Oh,
papers
yeah.
to come up when
Yep.
you puzzle them together. That's
So that will probably wear.
that'll wear
You'll have to
out.
repair
Yeah.
them a little bit, I think.
Well, if you just like took the puzzly ones and just like took an X-Acto knife and shaved them down a little bit so that they were looser connections,
Yeah.
it would be better. But like, it's a good connection, but it'll wear out over
Good enough.
time. So, yeah. Anyway, that's that criticism. I don't. It's not my kind of game. Like everybody knows that. The downtime was low. I like Dominion and Ascension and Star Realms, where we can just have the turns that feel like we're playing tennis with each other. In this game, it's you're playing tennis with the game board, but everybody's playing tennis with the game board together, so you have to wait for your turn to play tennis with the game board, which takes a while, and I don't like the downtime on that. Though it is extremely amusing watching people trip and stumble and clink around and then like do damage, but
Yeah.
like watching people take their turns is not necessarily as interesting either.
Yeah.
As there's more board games out there that have more interesting things that can happen on other players' turns.
Yeah.
The most interesting that happens on your turn is somebody beats you to a thing, or when they buy something, the replenishing will cause an attack.
Yeah.
So
Or it'll affect you in some way.
yeah.
Yeah, I think other, like, normal deck builders, I'd say, good ones get into that flow where you just, tennis is a good way to describe it. You're just, like, ping-ponging your turns back and forth. I can definitely see that. Where this, it's like, wait for my turn, whereas another deck builder, it's more like, everybody's got this flow. You're cycling through the markets. You're cycling through your hand. You can start to approach simultaneous play a little bit. I don't know. I think it's just, it's just different. It's a different feel.
I like it though. I would definitely be down more to play with this one than normal Clank because of the fact that it's more
Finely tuned.
finely tuned and involved.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there is more downtime in turns, but not like normal Clank had long downturn and turns, and so
Yes.
it was like I have to use more of my brain on my downtime.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think what I liked is the movement around the board didn't feel as much as an afterthought to the deck building that Clank did, in the sense that like there's the teleports, you have to drop the things to get the passcode, like you have to do stuff on the board.
Mhm.
I thought
It's not
teleports would
just-
make it too easy.
No,
No.
yeah, is that they're
No.
like surrounded by security rooms.
No, had I
like,
not had this teleport, there's no way I would have gotten that close to actually getting out. Like
Oh yeah.
it makes going for the higher point artifacts viable.
Yeah.
For sure.
And it felt like your deck had to interact with the board a lot more than in Clank, whereas Clank it was more just like move and fight, and this it was you'd need to buy stuff at the markets, and you'd need different items, and I mean I know Clank had some of that too. But
I agree
yeah.
with actually both of you, Jeremiah and Kabuki. 2-player is very, very intense, and I still think Clank is better with more than 2. So I agree with both of those points.
Right.
This is even with the downtime. I think having more players is more interesting.
Right.
This does have the potential where the market is all clogged with one type of card, just like any deck builder, like Ascension. Like it's all monsters and none of you have swords.
Mhm.
That is a scenario that can come up, but in a more than 2-player scenario, somebody's likely to clear it out. Like
Right.
the Murder Twins will empty the row of monsters, and suddenly all of the stuff to buy shows up.
And I like that there's more to do then. Even when there's downtime like that, there's more to do with the board, and it's involved, and you can do other things. And
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, that makes a lot of sense, and I think it's a good scenario where more people cycle through more cards.
Yes.
I think exactly what you're saying. Where in some games it's kind of like I can't pre-plan because the market's changed, and with this the board is static, so you're
Yeah.
still planning about the board.
Yeah,
and
you're
the
still
board.
planning where you're going to go. You're
Sorry,
still planning
very
what you're going to
soft now.
acquire.
He's very soft now. Tony, would you like to pet my Chewbacca?
I absolutely would. But
Yeah.
It's
was
very
that a
soft.
phrasing?
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah. On that note,
Now that everybody's petting Steve, we can. Anybody have anything else?
No, I think it's yeah. I think if you like Clank, and you like sci-fi references, and you wish that there was more Clank, this is a great addition. I think if you've always been intrigued by Clank, but maybe you don't own it or haven't played it, and you are big into sci-fi, this could be an option. Or if you've played Clank and thought it was too easy, but you want more and you like the thought of it, this could be an option. Or there's that. If you want to try a deck builder that is unique and does stuff that I don't think I've seen another deck builder do, like,
Yeah.
otherwise, it's going home with Tony. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it is going home.
yeah,
It
it's
is
not
going-
going to stay in our
going home
collection.
trade.
It is going home with
because
me
it's not ours.
because I did buy it at Gen Con.
Yeah.
But yes, it will run longer. It is more complicated.
Mhm.
And there's a lot of stuff going on. But if you're into the deeper end of the gaming spectrum, it's got a lot of variability and customization. And I expect that expansions are just going to add completely new modules
Yeah.
that will change up everything, because it is multiplicative.
Yeah.
Because right now, like, I could play with hydroponics in every game, and then the other ones could be 5 different versions, I think. Because they're both double-sided, and there's 2 pairings of each. Like,
Awesome.
so, like, there's a lot of different with just what's in the box. So just adding one board multiplies that, rather than standard Clank, which is, here's another double-sided board.
Yeah.
Yeah, a full board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I think they tried to imply with the size of the box
Mhm.
for this box versus the other one. So it's just a little taller.
Mhm.
So yeah, coolies. On that note, thank you for hanging out. This has been a really fun stream. This has been a weird day for everybody.
Yes, very weird.
Just like a little off in terms of things that happened.
Yeah.
Some were frustrating, some were annoying, some were sad.
Any day that
um,
ends with Steve in a Chewbacca suit, though, is a pretty good
It
day.
wins,
Like,
yeah.
honestly,
Good end to the
honestly,
Yeah.
I think this has kind of redeemed the day,
Yeah.
this whole playthrough.
Yep.
Just Steve and a Chewbacca suit.
Well, and Clank in space.
Yes.
Well, yeah, it was.
Really
Well, it was
Clank
a really
in space
fun.
with these people and
Yeah.
Chewbacca suit.
That was a super intense game. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And then chat tonight, you guys were like on it.
Yes.
It was a very fun chat tonight.
Yes, and thank you for catching my movement mistake that made it so that I didn't get out. I really genuinely appreciate that, because it would have been an asterisk when I rewatched the stream. I would have felt so guilty.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank you for tuning in and watching and hanging out with us if you're watching live. If you're not watching live, you should come hang out with us sometime. It's a lot of fun, like tonight.
Can attest.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And yeah, if you're in the Portland area and you're not really weird and initial meeting at a public location goes well, you could
Wait,
come be on
no,
the
yeah,
stream.
Nolan,
If you don't
How
die,
did you and I
it'll
get
be
on the
okay.
stream?
Yeah, I'm
Like,
very
if you're
confused.
not really weird, but
In
we're
the
both
wrong
sitting
ways.
here.
You have to be not really weird in the wrong ways.
Oh, I'm
Oh.
really weird in all the wrong ways.
Well, no,
Wait.
apparently not. 'Cause you're weird. But anyway,
Really weird in all the right ways. I don't even know what that means.
Anyway, yeah, so that is tonight's stream. Next week we will be streaming more things. We have a copy of Flamme Rouge, which will be hitting the stream sometime. It's in the queue. It's like high priority on the queue. And then we also should be getting a copy of Downforce at some point soon.
Oh, that's cool.
So maybe next week will be racing themed. Sadly, Nolan will no longer be in Portland unless for some reason he misses his flight tomorrow. Oh no!
Or we kidnap him.
I mean, I think those implications were the same. I just didn't say it. Like, there was no evidence. Anyway.
Well, there's still no evidence. We will turn the cameras
Now
off
there's
first.
just probable cause.
You're all witnesses to this. See something, do something?
Say something.
Say something, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, just leave a comment.
Just leave a comment below. 1 week later, when we put this
When it
up.
goes public, yeah. So if you'd like to tune in next week, I don't know if we have any special guests lined up. People just like keep showing up in town, and then we're like, come on our internet show, it's great. So next week I think will be a theme on racing games. So join us for that, and yeah. Oh no, we do. No, that's not next week. That's the week after. Okay, we're good.
If it is racing themed,
Mm-hmm.
there could maybe. I've never played Mealborn. I'm just saying.
Oh, I love Melbourne. I don't think I could play that on the internet.
In a PG
for
stream?
yeah, for language reasons.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Good.
I get
Good
very
to know.
aggressive in Melbourne.
I could play that, but not in a PG
Yeah,
rated
no,
stream.
not on a recorded stream on the internet. So there's that. But yeah, so hopefully we'll get Downforce. It's supposed to be in routes from someplace. So yeah, there we go. But thank you again, Nolan, for being here.
Thank you guys for having me.
Second, especially.
Yes.
And thank you, Tony, for being here and providing the copy of Clank in Space.
Anytime.
So yeah, this has been super good. Angela says thanks for the onesie.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Anytime. I forgot we had it actually until you mentioned it. I was so
Mhm.
excited about the furry smuggler. I was very happy to go upstairs and.
And dig out your furry smuggler.
Yeah.
And then everybody got to pet his Wookiee, and it's just all
All right.
downhill again.
Join us next week for
Racing games.
Racing Week.
Yeah,
And,
Racing
you know,
Week.
have a good weekend.
Yeah, enjoy your weekend. Have a good rest of your day. Don't let the weird Thursday get you down. Because there's Steve in a Chewbacca suit.
The Blood Sun, though, like, that was legitimate.
There was a blood sun, but Steve in a Wookiee suit, so
Yep.
it's all good now.
All right.
Yep. Night, Internet.